Alrighty, good morning, everyone. Hopefully it's up right this time. We just had a little bit of a false start. Yeah, it's looking. There we go. It's looking live now. So, you might be wondering what this is about. So, basically, well, I always call him Sharon, but I guess I probably should start calling him Karen. Anyway, um, gave a little bit of an update recently. So yeah, the what's it? The flamethrowers got nerfed a bit, so that they're not going around and vaporizing absolutely everything in the game. But these ones, or the AI was still having kind of that whole thing where they snipe you from off screen constantly, and it's a little bit frustrating when you take one step out of the dropship and everybody's dead. So anyhow, there was a mod or a mod option rather that's been in there from the beginning there called Nerf the AI. Now the downside is that it ends up kind of taken away from a huge chunk of the flavor of the game. So what was created here and what he sent over was actually a modified version. So we're going to be running that as a little bit of a test here. Granted, it's a bit super late in the game to be, testing new stuff, but, as far as Phase 4 goes, apparently, test cases are somewhat limited, aside from, those folks that were doing New Game Plus 2 games and got stuck there for, 8 years. Anyhow, so we've got 2 bases, 2 forts up at the moment. So, off-screen, I actually wound up getting some research. Basically, I wound up doing 2 scouts. The first one was an Andron scout. The second one was a Cesian scout, and they were just kind of back to back. So we got some stuff. Technically speaking, I think 2 of these are actually the same one. I don't know how that works exactly, but yeah, I guess I'm assuming Tactical and Fleet are the same guy, except it was Fleet that we captured, and then Tactical was the last one. So we'll just go ahead and research him real quick. But yeah, so we ended up getting a few little bits and pieces here and there. So far, yeah, it went alright. I off-screened the scouts because I was told, okay, stop trying to do shuttles. They're basically the friggin' VIP limos. Stop trying to... Wait a minute. We can make better mines? Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, we're definitely doing mines next, actually. Screw that. Also, I picked up some rifles last time. Actually, wait a minute, what? Picked up some gear last time. We'll see if it's actually showing up, because technically speaking, I don't think I've even unlocked it yet. I thought you actually had to unlock the next tier in order to get the, all the civilians and stuff upgraded. Yeah, we got some people at Nervous Concord. Let's see real quick. Yeah, it figures. It's not showing up here. So there's something called a rail carbine. It just looked like the next tier of ballistic shotgun. So that's just kind of what came up there. Also, we have a Gauss sniper. Seems like that should be pretty darn handy. Now, I don't know if this sounds up enough here. Let's go put it up a little bit so I can actually hear it. I used a big old chunk of all of those, all of these things, so I think we wound up with 6 of them or something like that, and we wound up using 3 of them there. It does seem to be able to take out Phase 4 stuff with 1 shot, as long as it's a Cesian. So that seemed to do the job pretty okay. We also captured a face hugger, but apparently that's not... apparently those don't get new research. But yeah, so whenever rail comes, we've got a few free shotguns out of it, but I don't know when that's coming, so we'll see. Okay, Advanced Andron class analysis. The sirloins of engineering is not my fault. They need thicker skins if they're going to be in business. So they look all chunky and beefy. They went to friggin' Robo-Gym. Hello there, Mr. Pugman. Are we having ourselves a little bit of a cough? Man, I'm worried about him. He's been on medicine lately to help him out with all this coughing. But... I don't know if it's working necessarily. Alright, so let's see here. Let's see, hesitate to call any model mass-produced robot a veteran, but this best fits the specification. The light blue warrior class is better armored and equipped than the soldier, and more importantly has superior logic and tactical analysis. aka we put a better AI on it. The warriors are led by a terminal unit, which supports a force field, so that would be... I have no idea. I guess it just looks like this, but it's purple. See, once the unit's shield is overloaded, at which time it switches to an AI mode that is more offensive. And then Elite, the GT model of androids, comes with all optional extras. Massive Elite sports a fancy red paint job while retaining the same basic form as the warrior. So, I guess no wait, this is the terminal unit, except they have two different face mask types now. That's what it is. Anyway, controller unit that, like the terminal, is usually protected by a force field. Okay, well, either way, we need one of those. I could have sworn we minigunned down one of them before, but apparently we never did. Apparently we only ever burned them. Elite, Robodog Elite. And improve our combat effectiveness against dogs marginally. Oh yeah, so I should probably explain that too. Oh. You want to watch Dalmatians? Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Yes, ma'am. 1 second. Okay, I gotta turn on some Dalmatians here. 1 moment. Alrighty, and back. So, as far as what I'm kind of expecting out of all this, I don't think we'll get anything out of the Ion or the two masses, so we'll save those for last. Stealth Mines and Piranha, those are pretty direct, so I'm pretty sure we're just going to get those. If previous stuff follows, probably seeing, mines made with alloys, probably seeing Piranha made with... Come to think of it, I don't remember if the last ones were made with alloys or weapon parts, but either way, both are probably pretty alright. But, I mean, I thought that the mines were a one-off thing. They already seem strong as hell. Like, they can already friggin' take down the really good battleships, so I'm kind of, these can't be... Wait. No, damage yield increased by 33%, so... Why are they stealth mines, then? Wouldn't they just be, like, assault mines or something? I don't know. Maybe they have something stealthy about them. Let's see. Capturing might prove very fortuitous. Initial questioning has revealed that they know quite a bit about operating their interceptor craft. With some further pressure, I believe we can make them tell us all he knows about them. And then tactical commander, about the high-end energy weapons. Okay, Weird. Okay, so I guess they aren't the same thing. But yeah, I guess this guy gives us... Okay, so this one says that they can give us interceptors. Cool, I doubt we can make any yet. General knowledge of weapons. Alright, that's decent. Tactical commander, let's see. About their high-end energy weapons. So presumably that's final tier energy weapons, except we only get some of them, or... I mean, I would assume it probably would unlock their base thing. I know we've had some kind of loose-ended unlocks from last time. Also, before I forget... where is my music? Because I would definitely like that up, please. Thank you. Alright. Sure, the music will get going in a second here. But, where am research? So yeah, we're already doing stealth mines. Let's see what happens out of that. What was I actually building here? let's see, fusion rockets. Yeah, go ahead and make those. Actually, put 10 people on that. Yeah, they're going to be at it for a while. I need Phase 4 scouts. Do I even... Yeah, one went to research, one went to getting taken apart. So we'll do that. And then I need to get some teams over to those bases. Oh yeah, and I ordered 49 people over at Triland here, so that I can transfer. Basically, the issue I was having is whenever we were getting new recruits, it was taking absolutely ages to actually get them over anywhere. So, what I'm gonna do... Actually, let's see how many people are still available here. Yeah, we can get 5 over to Nerves Concord. So we go over to Triland then. I think that's here. Here? Here, yeah. So it had the most capacity, basically. So what I need to do is get 5 of these guys over. This is basically just going to be our storage of units. So we get those over to Nerves Concord. Relocate there. Hire 5 more. Based on bravery, because these are all the ones that we're basically sending in suicide rushes. To go take those bases out. Alright. Because we'd like to have an A-team. Kind of think about why the hell am I... Is there any particular reason I can't just move a plane over, or a helicopter over to Triland? I don't think there is. Alright, so let's make sure Triland's planes are resorted here. Do they not have any? Oh, they do. Okay. Foxtrot can probably get relocated somewhere. You just go move it to Australia or something. There we go. And then we'll relocate the murder ferry over there. Alright, relocate that over to Triland, who then can actually proceed to go do a lot more of that stuff. And, yeah, this is actually the new team after those couple missions there. So currently, top-ranking guy is Sentinel, the very goodest boy doggo here. Apparently he's Spanish and came from their whatever this is. They're especially decent peoples. Anyway, so he's pretty alright. We'll get him some better armor at some point. So we've got a couple corporals here. They technically exist. So as soon as somebody hits that, I'm going to go ahead and unassign them for now. Just so that we can have them for later. The rest of these guys have been through some, but they haven't gotten promoted or anything yet. So yeah, we're basically going with the original XCOM approach on that one then. Like, as soon as somebody hits a rank worth having, you just put them into storage for a while, and then as soon as you have somebody hit commander, you just never have them leave the base ever. And then that base is probably safe forever. But yeah. So mostly going in with shields and nades and all that kind of thing. Go. Yes, technically speaking, they've been through some, so I should probably preserve these ones, but we'll see if they make it out of the base, you know? Actually, this guy's... Nah, we'll go ahead and unassign this guy for the moment. Yeah, I guess this guy, too. They're slightly better. I mean, I've got the spares at this point to allow that. I think we'll go completely fresh rookies for this. So there we go. They've got their rocket hunter here. I'll probably start making more of those actually, because I really wouldn't like to be running short on them. Probably put these 10 people off of fusion rockets and onto building this. Then after they do the scout, they can go ahead and all get onto those rockets, and then we can probably worry about building something else. If the guy actually does give us interceptors, then that's probably something we can do as well. I think we'll want to go take on this base. So the nice thing about the grenade approach is that we don't have to repeatedly redo certain parts of it. Actually, you know what? We're going to take the fort first. So we've got one fort over there in Europe. This one's closer. Basically, we want to keep reloading until we get one that's, well, until we get one with the right layout. As we do. And after that, we'll be working on research, and then we'll be seeing what goes on from there. Okay. But yeah, with plasmas, they're generally okay enough damage. Alright. Praetor is present. So we've got two routes. This one's the one with a block door, and it looks like the open hallway to the left. So this is going to be a left rush then. Praetor present, so we're going to see lots of dread happening. Generally speaking, for forts, it's better to go with Androns, but in this case we got the layout that we wanted, so we might as well go for it. The way that it goes is, if you haven't seen one of these before, they just have to reach about 2 rooms down that way. These maps can generally go 2 different ways, so it's kind of a 50-50 shot. Most of the time, if there's a door over here, like a short doorway over here, this is probably also a hallway, there'll be 2 hangars, and then the power room will be over here. All the rest of the times, it'll just be a thing where you are going down a hallway this way. Alright, this is actually the opposite layout of the one that I thought, so what we're going to do is we're going to fire right here. We're going to fire right here. We're going to dedicate 3 people to holding this door. And then we're slowly going to trickle them the other way. So this is something that I've done a few times here, but what you want to do is you hold the door like this. You have 3 people there. Eventually, one of them is going to panic. So what we're going to do is we're going to move one there and just have them facing the door. This will usually mess up their movement enough that they won't bother doing anything past that. Luckily, we got the first kill off here, so we should be getting a bit of a morale bonus for everybody. If we can run around the corner and pop off one more rocket, then we'll do even better. So these guys shouldn't be having as many morale penalties at that point, as long as they're not getting suppressed. So the idea is to get everybody packed into this corner, and then we'll go from there. Not sure if anybody else always hears those footsteps and expects this to be a Resident Evil thing out of nowhere. But alright. Yeah, the nice thing is usually there's some stuff just kind of sitting out in the open over here. So oftentimes you can get a morale bonus. Originally I used to go block off this door on the left. It does work that way, but if you're able to get everybody that bonus, their odds of success are that much better. So we're actually probably going to move the hunter here, go fire one more through the door, just kind of expecting that they're going to have somebody over there. If they get 2 or more that decided to hide there, and we're going to do the whole, we're going to open the door and snipe kind of situation, then we can more or less call this a success right away. Because all we got to do is once we get to that room, we get to the second one past it, there's either going to be a door over there that leads to a power room, or there's going to be a vent that leads to a power room. And yeah, that's kind of really about it. And I think it's actually only the... Now that I think about it, I think it might only be the Andron variant that has the power room on the left side of this triple fork layout. I'm not sure why, but whatever. If it works, it works, right? Yeah, I mean, it's still a little bit faster, I would say. Alright, let's blow this door open. Nice. Okay, well, he's still there, unfortunately. Bummer. Okay. I think I'm going to give it one... No, I don't want to give it one more round. You don't want to give them time here. Alright, so we know that way is alright. And we basically branch off in both directions. Usually, if you play your cards right, you can make it so that they have to split themselves in order to keep attacking. So you can just eventually get somebody through. Alright, so it looks like it's just that one Heridian right now. And yeah, as long as we don't spread out too much, he'll probably panic and try to retreat, and or just try to take a couple shots. And that's the ideal approach. Sometimes you can just bait out a smoke grenade this way as well. And these 2 are bundled up, but they'll have to be fine for now. Those 3 are fine. Let's do this. Yeah, He's going to take his couple shots. So we should be able to have a couple run up and grenade him repeatedly. I've only seen one case ever in dozens and dozens of attempts at this kind of thing. I've only ever seen one case where everybody made it out, and that was only because of a situation like this, where we managed to break through very early on. They only had a couple units guarding it, and those units were kind of just toast. But that was using the old layout. That was using the setup from last time, which involved how the hell did that go? I think it was just C4 and shields. I forget how exactly it was that we managed to even kill off one of them. I want to say it was a Cesian or something, but we just piled a bunch of C4 on top of it and it did the job. But no, they have pretty low health. If it gets through, it still would be an insta-kill even with the basic version, so... Because, yeah, thermal resistance can't change. I don't know. Somehow we did it. I forget if we... Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea on that. But what we can do is go ahead and finish this guy. Also, good morning, Mr. Cow. Sorry for being a little bit late to acknowledge you there. There we go, 69. Oh, there's my call coming in. I'll be right back, just going silent for a little bit. Okay, so been a little bit of a hot minute. Hopefully, hopefully we had the, the calming sounds of base on fire for a little bit here. Sorry about that. But yeah, had a little bit of a work call to handle there. So that one can't quite make it over there. So we're gonna go ahead and move it over this way. It's done its job for the time being. We'll send in the final wave here in a moment. Judging by how much mileage they've made already, I'm going to say that this team's probably going to succeed. But let's see what happens. It all comes down to whether or not there's a panic spiral. Those have a tendency to throw stuff into... goodbye. Those have a tendency to throw stuff out of whack a little bit. Now, it all comes down to whether or not this is one of the ones that can get vaporized or not. So, just so you know, there's a few different variants when it comes to Reapers and all that. This doesn't look like one of the super crazy variants, so I would assume probably 3 or 4 grenades, if they roll high, should be able to take it out. We're probably losing at least one more, but generally speaking, they're only going to be able to attack once and then just kind of move around a bunch. I want to say that their attacks actually cost a pretty decent amount of TUs, because I've only very rarely seen them attack in multiple directions at once. But yeah, so far we're still pretty well on track here, especially if we've got the double hanger here. What? Yeah, just a bunch of dread there. Did you get dreaded? No. Okay, so no. If they don't get hit by dread, they can chuck twice. There's one. And there's 2. Alright, that is unfortunate. Now, what are your odds of actually making this throw? Not great, but worth a shot. Good job. Well, goodbye to that guy. Alright, let's just have you back up real quick. If we can have one more over here, we can at least try to get that situation fixed. Huh, that's kind of surprising. Alright, anyway, we're going to push at least one through this turn, just to see what we're dealing with over here. Yeah, looking alright so far. Would be good to get 2 through there. Now, what do you need to throw? You need 22. Alright. It's kind of a Hail Mary here, but there we go. Get him a Super Bowl contract. Or no, you're not allowed to say Super Bowl. Get him his big game contract. God, it's so stupid that that's a thing. I don't know if anybody else gets unreasonably annoyed by that. They can't contractually call it the Super Bowl. It's the big game. I don't know. It just sounds so douchey. Alright, so if we put it here, there's a pretty decent chance that they'll go for this instead of one of those. Again, the hunters are here primarily for the sake of boosting morale and making sure that the actual base rate succeeds. So there's going to be at least one gone here. Yep. It's a shame because I was one of the ones with really high TUs. So as long as no panic is involved, we'll move those 2 shields down south and get the rocket to go vaporize that Reaper and the zombie. And then those 2 up north continue off to the side and hopefully actually complete their mission here, at which point everybody that survives can go ahead and evacuate, and we're done here. And that would be how you handle a fortress. But yeah, they'll all have different layouts. Sometimes you just will not find the rooms that you need at all. Generally speaking, the triple layout one is at least a coin toss. You know, you're most of the time you're getting what you need. The one with a single door is technically doable, but man, oh man, is it insane. Well, you could have... Okay, that's 100% bad in every direction. Let's see if we can pull off some trickery here, because one way or another, that guy's gone. So, if we fire right here... Alright. Because I'd rather get rid of one of my own guys rather than deal with like 4 Reapers. So, there we go. Alright, these 3 are still guarding the door, thankfully. But yeah, we can't make any moves this turn. Like, it sucks to have to do it that way, but sometimes those rockets will only roll like 100 damage, and that's just not good. Okay, that's not good either. I mean, we know where it is. In theory, we could just grenade it. Yeah, they're getting a hell of a lot of units really, really far right now. We might have... so what we might be able to do is have... if they don't panic, that is. Let's just see what happens first. Right, you're dreaded. Yeah, we've got 2 Reapers here. Yeah, the Hunter actually might be able to take out both. If you run this way, do we have Vent? No, we don't have Vent, we don't have Door. Okay, never mind. This is a failure, we need to get out. We can double check if there's a door here. That'll at least... there might be one over this way, but it's probably going to be the other layout in this case. We're going to send them down anyway. Really might just might as well at this point. 36, so we have just enough to fire here. There's at least one gone, because those things have about 500 health, is the problem. We're getting very close to just having to bail here. And there's one of the basic variants, okay. He's just going to roll 2 damage somehow. Okay. Thing is there anything on the other side of that door? Because we might be able to move the Hunter around and take a shot right here. They can't move. It's a pretty low likelihood of actually landing that shot. If it was just the basic variant, we'd be okay, but the other one decided to go down here. Usually they'll only target one at a time, so that was kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, we don't even have the backup door. Okay, yeah, no, it's time to just leave. Those guys are screwed. If these guys drop their shields, they can make it. At least some of them can. Or no, they can't. Alright. You're going to go here. You're going to go ahead and hold the line. You're going to go here. You're going to go here. So they'll probably end up getting rushed. Go ahead and move the Hunter on this way. And then we're going to spend 1 turn trying to get everybody out. Though realistically, yeah, you're going this way because you're just dead. So, okay, that's fine. It happens. This is why it goes this way. Like if it was 100% of the time, stuff would be a bit different. But you just kind of feed rookies into it, doing this rough approach. I would say it's 50%, but in reality, now that I think about it, it's probably closer to 2 out of 3 for this layout to be the one they need. Boo. Oh well. How was that shot even possible? I think that rolled like a 10% to actually go all the way through it. Interesting. Oh well. We'll get the next wave in whenever this turn's done. Thankfully, yeah, this new setup here, the new mod that he sent over, or rather the new modification to the mod, does seem to speed up the AI turns. So they're at least reasonable. Like they're not taking a gajillion turns to do anything. All right, broken fling, whatever. Can you make it? Yay! Oh crap, sir, you are in a really bad spot here. Just might be a little bit on the dicey side. So we got 1 out. Here, let's just do this. And it's really tempting to just take the shot right here, but honestly, the odds are better of accidentally vaporizing ourselves. That went well. He got stronger and got braver. And he bravely went home. So now we need 9 back from Triland, please. Would like a rookie rebate. Alright, so we'll get those over. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Transfer them over to Nerves Concord. Just presumably in a box or something. We just kind of order them by bulk at this point. But that's Phase 4 in a nutshell. So just, yeah. I will say, by the way, for those that were looking it over, Xeno 2 actually seems to have a more elegant version of this idea, like where you get into the end game and whatever else, and there needs to be this constant pressure. So Xdiv handles it by putting down bases constantly, which, mechanically speaking, it's a little bit annoying to go take out bases, but the way that it's supposed to work is just the waves keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and so, you know, you eventually get overwhelmed, even if you can have some rough control of the air game. It's kind of annoying that each one of those is an individual. But okay, they're already back. We're already ready to take on the next fortress here. Let's make that happen. But yeah, so the Xeno 2 approach, for those that didn't see it, is they're actually talking about doing like this orbital bombardment thing. So it'll just basically shoot right into your relations cap there, instead of anything else, and then just apparently every time that you do research that a particular country wants, you end up getting a little bit closer. You end up getting a little bit of forgiveness for that, and so you end up just rolling over and over and over to try and keep research going, try to keep everything else going, until eventually you can overcome all of it. Or actually, eventually, if you get to the end of the game and you run out of research, then you're just kind of screwed because it'll still keep bombarding. Which yeah, it's interesting. I gotta say, I like that approach. It seems like a very elegant way of doing it. Alright, gonna go ahead and reload on plasminades here, because I think we're probably getting below 200 at this point, since we're going over these pretty quick, but we'll find out, I suppose. Now, the DSB is finished. Are we done with that research yet? No, stealth mines apparently are still excellent. But if it's excellent, why haven't we gotten them yet? But yeah, so excited for Xeno 2. Looks like it's going to be a little bit still, probably, I think it's like 4 more days or some such until the next version comes out. Okay, so, Praetor, right? This is a weird one. So, with this map layout, you more or less sacrifice your hunter right away. But, you end up having more units to go storm in later. And again, it just comes down to this first turn. If you can make it through the first turn, you can just bum rush, because the layout will be very different, but what we have here is usually a small room right here, and that small room will diverge into different paths. Sometimes it goes left, and there's a big room right here, and then the power room is right here. Other times, it'll only have a path this way, then you gotta enter this room, and then go this way, and then go this way. That way is a little bit more difficult. But yeah, this one you can kind of expect to commit everybody to a horrible fiery death, because it's, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. Is it less reliable than the other one? Not necessarily, because you know exactly where the power room is going to be. So even though you're giving up all your units to do it, the odds aren't terrible. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire rocket into here. Okay. And we got a morale bonus. Okay, and we got that room. So now we just put our hunter right here. It's going to prevent any units from coming from that direction. Now we just get as many people through as we can. Ideally, you want to be piling up right there. And yeah, if you can, like, especially if you can paste something right away. It seems like the whole pacification thing might actually give you more of a morale bonus. I might be wrong on that, but I mean, I guess it would be kind of reasonable if you think about it, because then it goes from like, oh yeah, you know, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Instead, it goes into, oh wait, we can absolutely annihilate that thing. Its armor did nothing. I don't know. It's kind of a nicer feeling, I would assume. I have not personally been involved in any extraterrestrial incursions, so can't say for sure. But that seems like something that would be relatively reasonable, and they're all dead now. Let's see, nice to get your eye for a change. Seems you broke the deadlock, but still catching up. Yes, we got a little bit of research just off of some scouts. The nice thing about this mod in general is just you get a slight bit of research, and there's a decent chance you're going to have something to turn the tide. I have enough just general goodwill and everything else built up from Phase 2, like just from the whole shock rocket phase, that we're probably okay. Like, it built up all the planes like absolutely crazy in Phase 3. Not to mention, got that massive head start in 2. So, I still think we can pull this back. We got a bunch of research. I'm assuming we'll get at least some fancy guns out of it. I wasn't terribly excited about a lot of that stuff because I know what unit I need to get in order to get some better stuff going. Like, specifically, I want to get that one of those purple robots. Problem is that involves taking on a Corvette. Problem with that is it's unlikely to have one of those guys in there. I think it's like a 50-50 chance, so we need an Andron Corvette. Hopefully has one of those in there. And then we need to go in with miniguns, which, currently speaking, we don't have anybody that can use them effectively. So, more or less what we're trying to do is clear out some of the bases, ideally at least one of the forts, until the next wave. And then, yeah, just kind of catch up over time. We do some catch-up! Alright, let's go ahead and take a snipe right here. Weird. Okay, that shouldn't have hit, but okay then. And now, ideally, what you want to do is just get right up in their face. Unfortunately, yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of Reapers here. Alright, these odds suck, but we might still be able to pull it off. That one's injured, so we might be able to take it out. Is it a great idea? No. But it's at least possible. Keep getting dreaded because of that Praetor. But the plus side, now that we have those ridiculously good stun rockets, I'm very confident that we'd actually just be able to take out the Praetor in a couple shots if we actually get to it. Like, before, we were firing stun rocket after stun rocket into it, and it seemed to do the job. So now we'll get that done for sure. It's just a matter of getting a team together that's actually able to reach the guy, which we should be able to do if we get one of the robot guys, which we should be able to do if we get rid of some of these bases and can take some more scouts on. I'd say the odds aren't horrible. As that guy gets completely gunned down. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, yeah, this one's probably stalled out. Since apparently they put all their units in this one room. Normally this rush method works because you've got maybe 2 or 3 guys guarding a room that should have a hell of a lot more than that. But yeah, they're getting pretty well chewed up here. God dang, how many dudes did they have in there? Yeah, we're just gonna bail. Whoever gets to the landing pad this next turn gets out. If they don't, they don't. Then we're just leaving because I'm not losing the dropship and waiting another week for that thing to be put back into commission. So yeah, if they get out, they get out. But this is, yeah, let's see. Since the Reaper dropped a corpse after dying, you can collect the corpse, maybe. Weird since you blew him up. Also, the base around 50. Yeah, base is around 50 to 60. I've seen it go up technically to like 120, but bear in mind that was with Xenomorphs, and every time that they transform, it counts as another death and another unit added to the field. So realistically, it was still about 50 or 60. It's just the Xenomorph ones end up looking really nutso. But yeah, you can collect it. I actually have collected some of those before. That's probably why we're doing such okay damage to them. I think... No, wait, no, that would have been an analysis. I haven't captured one, I don't think. Right? I think... No, I know I've managed to KO them before. I forget if I've actually captured any. Alright, yeah, we're leaving with nobody here. Yeah, they all panicked. Alright, so we're just gonna take the dropship and get out of here. Yep, that went great. Moving on. So we're gonna need a new hunter on there. Let's make sure this thing has fusion rockets ready to go. But see... Ooh, that's just... They're powered by electricity now. From a practical point of view, this is a better mini-mine system. Specifications are the same, except for considerably higher damage. 4 alloys and 1 alanium. Okay, that is... Yeah, that is still reasonably cheap, so... Oh, please make me 3 of those right now. Alright, let's do Tactical Commander here. Okay, hang on. Where is this thing? Hang on, wrong base. Wrong base. Yes! Okay. Yeah, you might notice we have a kind of buttload of alloys. We've gotten a bunch from those 2 scouts, as well as from just downing a bunch of interceptors. So I'm probably gonna be I'm probably not gonna do the whole off-screen grind thing anymore because it's not necessary anymore because stuff's actually getting somewhere now. In fact, strictly speaking, I guess I don't necessarily need to take out all the bases, but it is a pretty decent idea. Was going for armor. Where is my armor? Yeah, we need more sentinel. Alright, make me another sentinel, make me another predator, and that's all we really want for now. Take a few off those plasminades to make those happen. So I call disaster. You haven't seen the last run, man. The first, the blind run of this, holy crap. It was basically 70 or 80 something bases, just going about it that way. And the reason that I'm doing it that way is because they're going to be popping down a base almost every wave. There's little I can do to actually stop it, but what I can do is repeatedly get these, go get these situations out there. Let's go make another hunter. Because eventually what I want for the base is I want a Hyperion, which, wow, I can actually almost make one. I just need dense fibers? What the hell? I haven't ever needed dense fibers yet. Alright, what's got dense fibers? Let's make that happen. So the Hyperion is not necessarily the most amazing tank in the world, but it is, like, it's basically guaranteed reaction fire, is the interesting part. What do I actually have that can drop some dense fibers for me? We've got 3 Terror Soldiers. Okay. Let's put 3 of those. I'm just going to set up a queue here real quick. Yeah, it's light fibers, but whatever, let's get it done. Those will be pretty quick. These guys, yeah. 8. Get one of these, that'll give us a bunch of dense. Civilian officers, that'll just give us a hell of a lot of light, which we've got thousands of anyway. 31 Heridian soldiers, which will, yeah, give 2 each, so we've got plenty there. Like I said, the shock rocket phase did some wonders for our resources, so we're doing alright there. Alright, and then 4 Terror Soldiers here. So yeah, eventual goal is to have a not a Heridian, but a Hyperion. So we'll get a Hyperion, probably with like a pulse laser or something like that. We'll get whatever that advanced power armor is, because we're currently 2 phases behind on our power armor, but the stuff still holds up reasonably well. So that'll give you an idea of what the hell kind of good stuff we'll get as soon as we actually manage to take an Andron Corvette. See, is it violating the Geneva Convention if what you're doing is against people who've never heard of it? I have no idea. Alright, let's see. Proved to be fruitful to interrogate the tactical commanders. I was led to expect the result of blah, 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 blah. Research of extreme alien grenade. Not going to use that more than likely. Alien thunder tech requires a sufficient number of samples. I wonder if that's that EMP gun that I was told about. Once the preceding step has been performed, proceeding onto the advanced thunder tech studies. The crackers. You want crackers? Yes, ma'am. I'll get right on that. Right, advanced ion. We haven't even gotten basic ion. Advanced thunder. Thunder! Alright. Some higher level principles than their energy weapon designs. The only good news is that their armor seems to be very effective at grounding the worst currents. Okay. So basically, hopefully that's that EMP gun that I was told about, because it would be really helpful to have something better to deal with Androns. I was able to do the Scout. I forget if I actually mentioned this earlier. I was able to do the Scout with lightning pistols, or electric pistols, which were... Wait, they didn't all get lost, did they? I thought I picked them up. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, no, we got them back. Hang on, one quick sec. I'll be right back. Alright, and back. Alright, let's see. To bugger some more, at 25 mil, can't you spam bases and only hanger them? Use those stock one-day fighters and mini-mine them for swarm tactics? Basically, that's what I'm already doing. The problem is you're capped out at however many, like 9 bases. Right? Is that right? Yeah. So you're capped out at 9 bases. And most of these bases are just jets, basically. Actually, let's go over here. So, jets, 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 all the jets. You know, I've got interceptors all over the place. The day 1 fighters, I've only got a few left over at this point. And that's only because I haven't phased them all out yet. But the heavy fighters, the ones from phase 2, them suckers are good. Like, up to this day, they still keep up. 2 of them can... okay, so here's like one of the original fighter variants right there. And honestly, I'm considering getting rid of it. The thing is, I just don't have anything to fill that slot right now. Manufacturing-wise, yeah, like manufacturing-wise, swarm tactics and everything, my absolute favorite, bar none, has been, let's find it here, has been the mini Tic Tacs, if I can find it. So that's why I was excited about that mine launcher. Because, yeah, you can get so many of those mines out. Where the hell is it? Dang it. I know I had it here somewhere. There we go, the mine Tic Tacs. So, I've got this thing running 3 sets of mines, so it's basically launching like 150 mines out in the air, and all it does is fly circles around stuff and just annihilate things. Or we've got the longicolnis here with the double lasers, or the double focuses. Like, these focuses, again, started in phase 2, we've got a phase 3 variant, but like they take up the same resources to produce. I just haven't made some of the better focuses. But they're just really good is what I'm trying to get at here. Let's go upgrade your anti-missile. Yeah, I need to upgrade any cannons that I can, actually. Like, these, so yeah, anti-missile and Gauss cannons are what I was running since phase 2. These guys are absolutely everywhere. That's why they're basically our swarmers here. The sonars kind of hold up a little bit. I need to update those, but, you know, it is what it is. Name one of the spiny birds Screeching Bird. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Let's see. I mean, if we need a Screeching Bird, we've actually got some without names right now. Let's see. Because the Marauder doesn't have a name yet, and it's kind of unique for the team, so we'll call that the Screeching Bird. There we go. The Screeching Bread. Weapon-wise, though, we want to give this thing something else. I want to probably do mini-mines. Probably mini-mines and, like, a spear cannon or something on that thing. crab zone. Yeah, I mean, we need new aircraft stuff, that's for sure. Alright, fusion. Fusion, fusion. Alright, let's get that thing in the Apocalypse Skies. Let's go get some new meat transferred over. Wait, I have a Defender in Triland? Why the hell haven't I been using that this whole time? Alright, whatever. Let's transfer some dudes. Alright, there we go. Transfer those over to Nerves Concord. So they can go ahead and go at it again. Yeah, apparently I've had an extra tank lying around and I just haven't been using it. What's funny is that one of those Defenders actually managed to hold up surprisingly well. That's why I was excited about it. Alright, let's go to unassigned. I mean, I've got a couple sort of ranked up units at this point, as long as they're not rookies down the road. Is kind of our go-to here. And while it's not perfectly optimal, this whole setup of 4 grenades and a shield each generally seems to do the job alright. So, like, honestly, I would say our success rate has been probably around 60% for bases, probably around 40% for forts, but considering how much those forts are giving them, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. Probably not going to ask for another red shirt to get named unless it gets the Screech face. Yeah. We've actually only recently started getting some of the custom faces back. I think you got randomly murderized a few turns ago. Alright, this one... No, this is not one of the maps we want. Yeah, we're just going to bail out of this one and then have it reload. One thing that I am kind of hoping for with Xeno 2 is that they hopefully decide to go on a set base design. Like, it's got one specific group in there, it's got one specific layout. I know that would kind of throw some of the randomness out the window, but it would be, I don't know. The whole random base thing, it's just, it tends to lead to situations like this where we're just trying to cheese it. And as much as I technically like it, you know. And by the way, if you're wondering where the power room is in this layout and feel like going for it, most of the time, like, this is usually the layout that has, like, door. Sometimes it's 3 doors, sometimes it's just the 2. Generally speaking, you go down here, hallway, big room, power room over here. Usually. It's not guaranteed, though. Like I said, they vary a little bit. You can have a rough idea of the layout. Let's see, he was hiding, I guess. Sneaky tank. Also, besides the siege dude who can use cannons, I want to say the Hyperion can. Like, the Hyperion is less a tank, more of an auto turret. Like, it's just basically an Armored Core MT at that point, where it's hovering around. What's the term? The skate? It's like the skate. Like, it just basically, it skates around, pops stuff with lasers, runs away, automatically fires on anything that's around it. If you played Armored Core 3, you know what I'm talking about. But basically one of them... It's not actually... There's only one that's called the skate, but whatever. It's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, so we got a good map layout here. The Androns are the best thing for this early on. The only downside here is we need to be able to take one shot with this in order to boost morale, but we can't take it. Alright. See, the nice thing about Androns is they don't use grenades. So they can shoot a bunch of things, but they can't necessarily do much beyond that. We can't get the Hunter in this round, so we're going to put you as the main shield here. Oh, we can get a good ways into this. Ooh. You know what? That's actually perfect. This seems like it would be a massive detriment. This is not bad. So I'm going to put this right here. She'll probably get taken out. It'll retreat. That's got a cannon. It'll probably try to hide over here somewhere. This layout here means that we can spread people out like crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them right here. Hopefully most won't panic because they're in a big old bundle. As long as there isn't too much coming from there, we're all right. I'm going to put 1 second shield over here. He can't move. I'm going to put a second shield over here to take fire from this direction. You're going to go this way. The following turn, we're going to get the hunter up to about here. We're going to move him up as far as we can this round. It's going to move to around here, take some shots at whatever's available, and then we'll hopefully be able to boost morale pretty significantly in order to be able to push this one through. I wouldn't count on any of these guys making it back, but they should be able to destroy the fort. And the reason that Androns are good for this, so these ones, these packed up ones, they will stay put for several turns, and sometimes you can just wind up with a completely free base destruction with that. Like, if it just spawns nothing but Transformers all the way here, like this guy would have been attacking, this one would have been attacking, there might be some over here that would have been attacking that are now not. Like, it gives you some pretty decent options. So, okay. Let's go ahead and end that there. Hi there, Sunnif. How's it going? Astral Dwarf Hours, we'll get to that. We'll get back to the Astral Dwarves for sure. I think once we get swords, it'll be time to go back to that setup. Yeah, most of the antimatter guns can just shoot straight through shields. Retro down. Oh yeah, no, these guys are gonna go down like crazy. Okay, that is the single unit that needed not to be there. Okay, that sucks. We'll see. It might still be possible though. Take cash-only SMGs so you can break into vents. There are no cash-only SMGs. All the guns except for the basic ballistic ones, those will all take what they have. But no, they have stuff to break into there. They're basically running cash-only grenades. So the plasma grenades, once you get there, they do decent enough damage to phase 3 and 4 stuff. They can get through most of their defenses. And usually if you spam enough of them, it can take out a unit or two. And basically doing fusion rockets on the Hunter. The Hunter's 5k, fusion rockets are 2,500. The rookies are 1,500 a pop, plus carrying about 1,000 of grenades with them. So we're generally speaking looking at an investment of about, what is it here? Let's see, 15,000 plus another 10,000, so 25,000 plus 7,500, so about 3,250 give or take per attempt, which is really not bad, all things considered. Now the annoying part is that these guys got suppressed first. They should have been the ones to take that, take the drone there, and this is why you want the Hunter over here. Because if it's all the way down there, then you don't have to worry about a drone coming around the corner and suppressing everybody and their mother, because you know. It's too busy going this way. But okay. What we can do is we can still rush forward. This seems like a bad idea, but if you can get the rush to happen, you can get in their face, which causes them to run away. It's bizarre that they do that, but all we need is one guy around this corner. So if it works, it works. And for the folks that are just showing up, we're actually trying out a another edit that Sharon made. Yeah, this was just a bad spawn. But yeah, we're trying out another edit that Sharon made, which improves the speed of the turns, as you can probably tell. Hi there, Cryptic. How's it going? High volumes of dead shirts. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's this strategy in a nutshell. You're basically throwing meat into the grinder until it breaks. But yeah, depending on how the spawns go, sometimes there's just nothing, and you can get in and out with, like, I've literally had cases where I got in and out with every red shirt, and it was nothing. And it was waltzed right up to it, chucked a grenade next to it. So if you're wondering about their layout, the shield is just there because if you can bait them into shooting, the shield will be able to take almost anything, at least for one round. And then they're all carrying 4 grenades. It's enough for the lower strength units to be able to still move, and it's enough for the higher strength units to be able to carry them around. They can chuck a few down onto the ground. They can chuck a few into the generator. All the generator needs is 1. If you can get 1 through, done deal. That's all you really need. Alright, we'll just go ahead and leave these guys behind and abort. And then we'll try next round. Because, again, if they survive 2 rounds, usually you're fine. So we'll go ahead and get the next batch of meat sent over. Like I said, they're just sending them over in pre-made caskets at this point. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Transfer them over to Nerves Concord and go ahead and hire new ones. But yeah, this is the benefit of having so much cash built up. Which is kind of... There's definitely better strategies once you get to this point. To kind of give some background for those that missed it, what I was trying to do is originally I allowed one fortress to be built, which is this one I'm trying to destroy right here, in order to try to skip Phase 4 entirely. And yeah, it's doable. Based on what I've seen, it's very much doable if anybody's ever interested in doing like a speed run of X Division. I think it can be done. Basically, all that someone needs is to unlock plasma flamethrowers, which if they cheese Phase 1 to allow them to get axes, which then can be transferred over to cheese Phase 2, which can then, if you get the right spawns, you can then cheese Phase 3 base in Phase 2, which then allows you to get the advanced stun rockets, which then allows you to get the advanced shields. No, the shields you got to take the UFO for. Just basically, as long as you're able to get those advanced stun rockets, and ideally shock rockets at that point, and then the plasma thrower. And then if you get those, I think you can cheese a fortress as early as Phase 2 if everything goes well. Like, if you get everything exactly right, if everything completely lines up, I think it's doable. Is it a good idea? Probably not. Would I still be interested in trying it at some point? Actually, maybe. And yeah, doing this method, it seems you can get these base raids out a lot faster as well. But I think I'm probably going to change the default loadout here. Because I think if I reduced it down to 3, then we'd have more fast units available. There we go. And yeah, if you're wondering too, when it comes to... What's that? Actually, let's just give this guy a light shield. When it comes to their morale, again, for those that missed it, if you can get something done early on, like just any kind of like units pasted or whatever else early on, you can absolutely get past their morale. Like if you see like an empty room and you fire in there and there was like 3 civilian units or something, if you pull that off, then automatically each of them are getting about a 30 bonus to their morale, give or take. It's not exact. I think there's more randomness to it. But if you just keep using the Hunter with the fusion rockets to keep doing that, you can completely get past their issues. And this actually applied earlier with that whole, with the earlier fort raids and things like that. The only downside was that losing a vehicle also drops morale, which kind of led to that whole weird situation from before. Alright, so we're going to go for same thing. 3 guys on door. This will be the backup wave. 3 guys here. Not 3 guys, but 6 going this way. Alright. This way, this way, this way. Alright. And yeah, we didn't get the hallway. Like, right there. You know, suddenly morale jumped from the 40s to the 60s. Now if there's some hiding behind this door... unknown. But... oh well. Alright, let's move these guys over this way so that we can move the car out of the way. Park it on that way. Let's go ahead and block this door off. Like I was saying earlier, early on you can block it off with 3, then you can phase it down to 1 if you really need to. They'll probably just end up getting through. But generally speaking, if they've got a bunch of gun units, they'll usually decide that, it's not worth it. There must be a unit sitting there with a shotgun or something. We don't want to rush that. And so they'll just kind of chicken out. Alright, we're going to take this corner, and going to see if we can bait him into grenading himself. So I'm going to put 2 right here. Put the rest into this hallway. If he ends up hitting himself, then we'll likely get to where we need to go. If he doesn't, then we've got some more stuff to worry about. But right now, it's down to RNG as to whether we got the right base layout. Like I was mentioning earlier, 2 out of 3 flavors of this one has the base layout right here. The other one has it in the other direction. Alright, that's one of the basic variants. 1 grenade will finish that off. The game is required to spawn 1 of the originals. Oh, piss off with that snipe. Okay. Well, we still might as well keep trying to... Nah. We might as well send these 2 forward. They can grenade that one. Might as well send everybody else back. Because that snipe basically just shut off that hallway entirely. It's going to be a good 3 or 4 turns, at which point the rest will become inaccessible. So that's annoying. Let's see, if you're considering adding a new emote, I suggest 1 vanilla, or 1 via Discord DMs. Is that a thing you can do? Alright, let me take a look. Okay. So out of the 3 custom emotes, that I did. You want to add the weird face? If it adds more options. I don't know when more options are unlocked. If there's more options, sure, why not? Okay, actually, that was one of the low voltage cannons here, so we actually can still get through this hallway. What we need to do, though, we need to make sure that this one is gone. It probably won't be much of a threat. It's one of the KO variants. But we need it gone anyway. There we go. Popped like a dang grape. Next, we've got the guy with a fire gun. Let's see. You need 26 to throw. Yeah, unfortunately, that's a really high chance of getting blocked. I'm going to put you up this way. This is going to seem like a really stupidly risky maneuver, but just trust me on this. This is either going to win it or vaporize everybody instantly. But we're going to put you right here, and we are going to take a snipe. Okay. It didn't hit him, but it might have messed up his accuracy a little bit. That throw is technically possible if we get you out of the way, but we can't. Alright. Let's get you here. More than likely, a grenade's just going to come around the corner and paste everyone. But, you know what? There's a chance that this can still go in our favor. Not a high chance, but it's a chance. See, like that didn't help. Let's see. Need more subs, and I'm not going to. I'd sub if I had the money. Too bad my parents don't trust my allowance. This money regardless of blah, 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 blah. For the record, lost my PC for 8 to 9 or so days until January 22nd. Because of something someone else did. Always fun. Oh wait, hang on just one moment. I mean, for what it's worth, at least they're trying. I mean, mine friggin' stole my identity and I had to report her to the IRS. Know how it feels, but... Alright, let's see here. If we can move you... This is gonna be real dumb real quick. Alright. Hello there, Mr. Heridian. Goodbye, Mr. Heridian. See, despite losing all their friends here, their morale is amazing. And that guy already used his grenade. So, he's more than likely gonna have to run away and re-equip right now. Technically speaking, once these guys are relatively clear, we also should be able to push these ones forward. And in fact, that might not be the worst idea right now. So this guy's got the fastest movement. Now, if we're going to push this, we need to push this now. So 2 of them are going to run forward. Going to take it on either end. One's going to sit here and try to convince them that he's just sitting here waiting to overwatch all of them, you know? So let's see what happens. Well, what? How did your parents steal your identity and report... No, I had to report them. or her, rather. It's kind of a long friggin' story, but basically what happened, my mom was a bit of a lunatic, to be frank. It's one of these cases where, well, they were, okay. How do I even explain it in a not screw this person in particular manner? Basically, the way that it worked is that, yeah, I years after I'd been working for them and all that kind of thing, it started becoming clear that there were a lot of issues in this business they were running. There was a lot of stuff that just didn't add up, and usually the answer was just stop questioning it. That's it. You know, stuff was sketchy as hell. Anyway, I find out that they're going and disappearing for long periods of time, just bailing on meetings, all this other kind of stuff, and yeah, finally come back one day to see all of my my office and other things getting randomly garage saled because they needed drinking money. So yeah, that was all well and fun. So anyway, I end up leaving. Figure, okay, screw it. This is enough's enough. I'm just gonna go now. Can this shot succeed? Doubt it. Okay, yeah, this just became a lot more difficult. Anyway, none of these guys are making it out, even best case scenario. So, at any rate, after that, I end up leaving, end up going to live with my now wife. And yeah, stuff seems all well and good for a while. Until suddenly, it turns out that, yeah, we're going and filing our taxes one year, and suddenly there's quite a decent chunk missing. It's like, oh, we've taken it out for this, that, or the other. I'm like, okay, but why, why'd you take this thing out? Come to find out that, yeah, she'd been apparently back in ye old business days, back before I knew about the whole backstabbing thing and whatever else, they were going and friggin' filing taxes in my name. So yeah. Turns out that, that wasn't great. And yeah. Nice little happy revelation there. Do a little bit more digging into it over the years. And then yeah, over time, it just became more and more clear that there was just more and more incidents of that over and over and over and over and over. So, there were issues, let's just go ahead and say. I actually didn't mean to move that guy, but okay. I don't see any way for this to succeed yet. If they can survive at least till the next round, we'll know for sure. It would be nice to see it finished off, but yeah, I don't really see any way this can pan out still. Because yeah, dead, for sure. At least one dead here. These guys, if nobody panics, can make it to about here. At which point they're just dead in the turn after. So yeah, no, we're just going to go ahead and abort right there. Get a new pile of them in there. Okie dokie, hop in the pile. I just like to think the dropship guy isn't even staying. He's just like, okay, your death Uber's here. Time to go hop in the dropship. We'll be back for your remains if they're still here. We'll pick you out of the smoldering wreckage of the fort. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, transfer them suckers over to Nerf's Concord, hire 10 more, and get more stuff built. As you do. Hopefully it's at least the possibility of this going well is coming across to some degree. I can probably see how the numbers would roll here. Alright, but yeah, anyway. Advanced Thunder. We will study advanced level once we have access to presumably Ion. Advanced Thunder, there we go. Get. Alrighty, and I'm Buck. So one thing I'm curious to see what it'll figure out here. Oh wait, hang on. Better than working and getting fired by AAA game companies? Eh, maybe. It sounds exactly like an Xbox game tag. XX something XX. Yeah, it's usually like 69, 420 no scope or whatever friggin' crap there. Expo and juice? What the hell? Yeah, sleeping over there, Mr. Cowman. So you almost have enough channel points to buy the moat when he gets extra moat slots. And like that doctor face looks kind of upset. Is that a doctor face? What the hell kind of doctor is that? But yeah, so one interaction I'm curious about here is because actually, did we? Hang on. We got something called a rail carbine. I believe it's the final tier of basic. Let's see if we can find it here. Of basic ballistic, that one of the farmers was carrying around. Because I'm actually not sure that we got it now that I think about it. Yeah, let's see. Item name. Sort by item name. Go to rail carbine. Yeah, rail carbine. We got 2 of them. Yeah, phase 4 ballistic. Nothing here yet. So presumably, once we get that unlocked, we'll actually get to have access to them. And now that I'm thinking about it, let's see what we got material-wise to actually transfer over here, because it kind of seems like there's things that it can transfer. Not sure why only some things are here, but, you know. Let's get axes, plasmas, rockets, mini-mines. Have you not mini-mined your jets? No, because they're out of commission. Okay. Well, let's get those jets back in commission. Let's get the Apocalypse guys back. Transport arrived. Apparently we sent a separate transport for each and every single person. Because, you know, why not, I suppose. Hopefully the Sentinel will become our next colonel, but right now he's just a corporal. Oh well. Hopefully he'll survive. There's at least a 2% chance of that happening. That's how you know the odds are good. Alright. Load him up into the disposable rookie Pez dispenser. Whew. My goodness, child. That is one stinky butt. Alright, hang on. One quick sec. Let's see, did you never unlock Phase 3 energy weapons? I did. I did. Those are the pulse ones. I've never gotten an advanced pulse or anything, but... anywho, one sec. I'll be right back. Alright, so, to answer questions from when I was going here, so, did you never unlock phase 3 energy weapons? So yeah, I did unlock those. We've actually been getting a few of them from farmers and stuff like that. I've never built any because it didn't make sense because we only had the Mark 1 so far. Little puppy, why are you doing that? Alright, so for this one, we're going to be seeing by going this way. Basically, if this is a flat door, then we bail. If it's a hallway, we run down the hallway. Because it can be either one here. One quick moment. Okay, it's a hallway. Oh, and we even got a free hallway. Okay. These transformers are nice. That isn't. Please go boom. Okay, one wasn't enough to do it. We're gonna need more firepower. Yeah, if this drone's gone, we're already a third of the way there. I realized that was a 75% chance to go wrong. It had to be taken. So basically what we want to do is we want to be able to block this door. Usually, when it comes to Androns, they can't move very far, so usually they won't be able to attack this door this first round. So what we do is we pile up next to the door. We get on through. No. Why on earth are you running that way? No, just no. Freaking double clicks. Alright. Anyway. Well, usually doesn't mean never. That's for sure. But we know that there's just a basic one there. Okay, are we done being surprising this time? So what we want to do, we're going to pile up next to the door, which will now close up. We'll block the door. They will proceed to try and circle around the opposite side. We'll wait one turn, open up the door, probably take some reaction-fired shields. The reason that we do this is because if we let them attack on their turn, they might do something else other than just fire directly into a shield. Plus, we can't get suppressed if we're the ones moving forward. In most cases, anyway. -1 red shirt, yeah. Assuming that you're only giving the good weapons to your non-expendable soldiers, yeah. We have 2 of those right now. They're corporals. But no, we had like 6 or so A-teams that we burned through trying to pull off that fortress trick. And I get, like I said earlier, I think it's doable. Alright, actually, depending... Alright, you know what? Yeah, that's still boxed. No, no. No, you don't slap the TV. No. No. Alright. You don't slap it. That's not what TVs are for. And when my kiddos figured out that the TV makes weird, like, visual effects if you slap it real good. Alright, so we're gonna wait one turn. They won't be able to open this door. After that, we just bum rush on through. So if you get surviving red shirts, make sure they don't get hit. No. Realistically, I'm probably just going to bail the second that the generator's gone. While there is a small chance of getting one of them back, the danger in that is just all of them getting completely wiped and then losing the dropship. If you abort before they're all dead, the dropship comes back. If you don't, well, you're in for a bad time. It's bad we can put so many trippy visual effects in it. Yeah, pretty much. How's it going there, Dagar? Which, by the way, I should probably mention, now that I'm noticing, I think Gamma, I need to double check for you, but I think I have all you guys set up for the in the character pool for the Long War of the Chosen run. Alright. That ain't great, because they're blocking every tile. But this right here is where the power core is. So what we can do, since this is just a base, is something like this. We can actually push through this. Now, most of the, especially Phase 3 Androns, tend to use a lot of direct fire. He's gone. Or not, actually. So they tend to use a lot of direct fire. So you get stuff like this, where you can put, like, for example, I can block this guy almost entirely by putting someone right here. He's almost guaranteed to go after him. Probably just put him right here, make sure that he's relatively safe-ish. This should cause both those guys to be distracted here. And this is why we're doing this setup. Alright, his shield's down. Unfortunately, this is creating a giant wall of fire. Sweet goodness, would you die already? There we go. That's how we fix it. Made the problem better. Alright. See if we can get one more in here. Because we've already done so much of this guy, we really might as well try to finish him off at this point. Yeah, still doing low damage. Alright, well, then we'll go for this one. 19 to throw. Better off stepping right here. This one might die to this. And he won't. That's fine. Let's see. If Long War of the Chosen is good, I might be forced to break my habit of never buying Firaxis again and get WOTC. Okay, so basically, honestly, as far as War of the Chosen goes, it is hands down the greatest DLC I've ever seen. I can say that much right away. As far as Long War of the Chosen, I've been doing a campaign on it. Honestly, I hated Long War 2. I liked War of the Chosen, but like War of the Chosen does get a bit repetitive sometimes. Okay, so here's the thing: Long War of the Chosen, functionally speaking, it's a board game. Like, it's, for all intents and purposes, a board game. Yes, it's an XCOM game, but like the way that you're constantly switching out events, the way that you're constantly wait, what are we doing here? Why are we running, people? Actually, that champion right there just showed that we can just get right in that business. Huh. Right, if you can take one tile of fire damage, and you need how much to chuck? 25? Well, as long as you don't flub it on this railing. There we go. Mission success. And that's how you get rid of a base. So now we can just bail everybody on out of here. Whoever gets the drop pad gets out. Anyway, so like I was saying, though, it's been better than I expected. So the issue with Long War 2 specifically, is the base game of XCOM 2 was, like, I don't know if they just totally forgot to optimize it or what, but that sucker was kind of crappy, not gonna lie. But yeah. So that was a little bit iffy. Long War 2, like, really suffered from that because it added a bunch of features and everything, but it didn't optimize anything. War of the Chosen, though, comes in, it optimizes it like crazy. Like I've said before, there's no reason for the original XCOM 2 to exist, because there's not one single thing that the original does better than the expansion. Absolutely nothing. I don't care what arguments there are for it. 100% it is the definitive version, because it runs like it's not even comparable. I tried going back and trying Long War 2 after playing WOTC. It was unplayable. It was real bad. I don't know why that was considered okay, but anywho, these guys are probably all dead next round, so we'll just go ahead and abort with that success. Yay! Base code destroy. They'll spawn a couple less UFOs now. So, okay. The opinion on WTC differs greatly then, but tastes can differ. Sven Dragon didn't attempt an NG+2 terror mission without anything based on aliens research. Die Hunter. They're trying the same UN. Yes, I actually was commenting on his thing that I was planning to try a fortress using only basic stuff too. Was planning on it at some point. So we got advanced thunder stuff. I guess we probably... Do we need a weapon commander for that? I'm going to assume we need a weapon commander for that. I know there's some kind of EMP gun that's supposed to be really good against Androns, so... though I will say shock pistols still did the job pretty well, so... Worst case scenario, we got that. But yeah, we can... Actually, that's what it was with the bases. With the fortresses, it's always going to be on the right. It's just a matter of how you actually have to get there, because on some variants you have to make this big old friggin' U-turn to actually get into the power core. In most cases, you can just go to the right. I've done a couple of them this campaign. Like, at least 3... Actually, no, it's been like 3 or 4. Okay, so. Transfer some rookies over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Interestingly enough, I was watching this thing the other day over how exactly they handled it when kamikaze pilots came back. It was just this random documentary that showed up on YouTube, like, what happens if they friggin' just bailed? And it turns out, yeah, they actually weren't immediately reprimanded. There was only one guy that ever got in trouble for it, because apparently the guy chickened out 6 times in a row, and they're like, okay, this guy's hopeless, and just, I guess they just executed him or something. But I mean, you know, apparently the general thought process there was just they were apparently the best pilots they had. But, oh well. That's neither here nor there. It just randomly came up as far as this goes. Alright. Rear commander, what? Seeing fortresses you can cheese, you basically already did that, but getting through a terror mission successfully is actually interesting. Well, no, I mean like capturing the fortress. Not... I know you can destroy a fortress using just basic gear, that's what we were doing last time. I mean... which, funnily enough, grenades won't do the job. But no, if you... I mean like actually capture a praetor using only basic... well, with some exceptions, because obviously you'd have to use, like, stun batons and stuff like that. So I was going to say, like, cash only or something like that, probably. Like, I would probably allow the hunter, even though it's technically not something you get at the very start. Would allow stun batons, because you'd have to capture a praetor. I mean, we could just do it, you have to beat a praetor, you know? Technically speaking, actually come to think of it, technically speaking, it could be possible. There's one way to make it work, which is if they end up, like, let's say they end up shotgunning a guy that has a laser. So it would have to be against Cesians, which, boy, that'd be a... I don't know, I don't see it happening at Cesians, but what they need is something with a laser, right? And they would need to essentially whittle down its energy defense primarily. I know it whittles down both types of defense, but I think if you use that thing primarily, that helps. But anyway, so they need to get it down to a certain degree. Then they pick up one of the electric guns, which most have by phase 4. Then they'd be able to hit it with some stun damage. As long as they hit it with some stun and then finish it off with a shotgun, it'll get knocked out. Because in most cases, with shotguns, since they're doing equivalent split damage and they're mostly skewing towards stun, if you get a couple electric shots through, which they're really, really resistant to energy, but if you get a couple of them through, then you'd be able to make it work. Yeah, don't send Sentinel. He's the good guy. So I think it's possible. It's very difficult, though. Because what you'd need to do... Because he also was going in with the A-team that you start with. So this would be done with completely fresh rookies. Probably just randomized ones. You'd basically need to get a bunch of morale bonuses right off the bat. Now, I'm really tempted to go and make this Hyperion now. We're low on alloys right now, but in the future, I think I really want to go for one of those. So you Svendrigan downgraded the starting units to basic rookie stats. Oh, he did. Okay. Actually, right. Why did I think? Yeah, he might. Yeah, he did that, didn't he? That's my mistake. Why am I thinking that he did that for a different mission? Maybe it was some other test that he did previously. That could be it. Because I'm remembering what you're talking about now. Okay. So, gold mine of information. We're able to get alien neutron grenades. I mean, neat, I guess. If I can get something else that's cash only, that'd be pretty nice. Similarly, research of the alien heavy. Also nice if I would ever get any of those. We always need alloys to make them. Same with the photon technology. We don't know what the hell's photon. Photon technology is sufficiently different from the basic design. It isn't actually needed as a basis. So is this advanced pulse or something? Is that supposed to say pulse? Neutron? Okay, well... yeah, let's go ahead and do photon. Maybe get some new fancy guns out of it. Production of Predator is finished. Alright, now something I need to see here, because I know I got some ballistic stuff earlier. Got one hybrid, those are chemical. Did I get any Andron dogs? Because I think I did. Yeah, there we go. Friggin' robo-dogs, man. Those things fart out cores like nobody's business. So I think I might be able to get that mag minigun. And what I want to do is get an A-team with a mag minigun again, because that mag 3 was ridiculous. Alright, so we got that. Can't even kind of get close to a contrail yet. Can almost make another Drake, actually. How about that? Alright, fusion explosives, no thanks. Advanced plasma explosives, probably not. Extreme stun. Ooh. I can make more extreme stun dildos. Definitely make some of those. Because, yeah, them suckers will insta-wipe Cesians. So right now they're probably the most effective thing I have. So that should put me up to 7 of them, I think. So that's pretty handy. What else we got here? Heavy stuns we don't have. HEs we don't need. Yeah, HP fusions, I don't know why you'd use that over HP plasma right now. It's a little bit better, but just the fact that they take that stuff, you know. Alright. Ow! Child, what are you doing? Who just comes up and slaps somebody in the pinky toe? Who does that? What you doing? Yeah, you giggling? Alright. Probably one more Sentinel, to be totally honest. Because that stuff is pretty darn good, like. Alright. So, do we want Gauss? Anything else? Gauss shotgun, maybe? Yeah, I feel like a Gauss shotgun might be a good way to go. Because that thing was pretty strong. It was pretty much a hard counter to... yeah, I definitely want at least one of those. So let's make that. In fact, what's the upgrade from Mark II to Mark III? How good is that, really? So I'm wondering if I'm better off just making two Gauss shotguns, or 2 Mark IIs, rather. So we've got some Mark II SMGs. Those are really good, too. 19912. 19914. It's 2 more hits, so functionally speaking, about a 1/6 increase in damage. Mitigation 0, suppression 10. Hang on. These are 4335. How much is their upgrade? Really? That's it? 37. Okay, it's an increase in mitigation with the Mark IIIs. That's what it is. All right. Alright, let's see. So chat, unless I heard Long War 2 is only for X. Toombury saying they did finish for WTC. I'm not chat. They are another team. Yeah. So yeah, Long War of the Chosen is an entirely different team, but they did a pretty solid job on that so far, I'd say. That's why I wanted to show it off after trying it, because I was like, yeah, this is some good stuff right here. So... alright, let's make some SMG 3s. And then after that, we'll make a shoddy 3, which will put us down on cores a little bit. And then on that Gauss minigun, actually no, I need, was it Mag Mini? Mag Mini 2, yeah, we can already make one of those. Which actually means abandoning that shotgun idea. To make the Mag Mini 3, we need 12. What's the upgrade from 2 to 3? Because the 2 gives us 2860. This one gives us 211280. Yeah, it's a definite upgrade. Well, either way, we should have more cores. Alright. And then we can send out another rookie rush here. Let's go send them out to this fortress. Do I have my super mines yet? Oh, sweet goodness, our super mines are ready. Alright. Did I make all 3 of them, though, is the question. Can I transfer them over to the Tic Tac Mini? Do I get to have the joy of renaming that thing to the Doomsday Zone? Let's switch over to categories. Missiles. Hang on. We need to go to this one. Because I'm being a dumbass here. Hang on. First of all. Brain focus. Here. Need to figure out where it is, first of all. I think it's in Shadow Moses. I'm not sure off the top of my head. So we find that dang thing. Probably puts him on the Screeching Bird, too. So, Crab Zone needs some guns or something. And, yeah, Shadow Moses has the thing. So, go over here, go over here. I'm glad that they're combining the inventory of all your bases for Xeno 2, because, yeah, let's be honest, it gets a little bit janky sometimes. Alright, so, Stealth mines, we got 1. Finish making those things. 3 days. Unacceptable. I need that crap now, please. Alright, 1 day, I guess it'll do. I guess we'll live for the moment. Alright, these ones are still not back yet. Hopefully we'll have some of those planes back. See, my grudge with X2 when compared to 1 is that they did everything for their emergent storytelling mantra and totally abandoned tactics. You could choose the game to all hell. Well, that's what I mean. Okay, so, yeah. War of the Chosen, right? It's, the thing is, it redoes everything for the purpose of those tactics. That's really the best way to put it. Because yeah, original X2 was like, here's the Rambo strategy game for all intents and purposes. Like, if you got all your 3 types of grenades, there's nothing you couldn't shut down entirely. And the DLC originally tried to address some of those things, and it was hit or miss, for lack of a better term. Also, I think we're going to actually put these guys over here, because this thing needs to roll over this, take a shot, and roll back. And in fact, the better approach would be just to let it fire immediately from over here. And then we'll go there. But yeah, it was always just hit first, and when hit second, like, anything lives and you die. That was X2 in a nutshell. Ooh, Cesian base, huh? Splorch. Alright. Let's rush on in here. See what we can accomplish. As long as we don't get an insane amount of xenomorphs, we can possibly pull this off. Wraiths can go everywhere, so we're not necessarily going to get too much benefit out of these guys. But it will keep them busy for a little bit. But yeah, so that was the issue with base game XCOM 2. So War of the Chosen basically redoes it, so you've got side missions that are constantly going on so that you can train new units. which allowed them to make the rest of it more difficult. There's actually even an option that came with War of the Chosen that allows you to double the health of your units and enemy units, so that fights can never be over within one round. Basically, they added second wave options as part of it. Oh, what you got here, kiddo? What is this? Kid, where do you find this stuff? How did you... Hang on, one moment. Okay, so back. All right, so as far as WTC, not making that better. So it changed a lot of mechanics in terms of, like, you have those three guys chasing you around. So randomly in the middle of a mission or whatever else, you'll suddenly have somebody showing up, and it depended on which patch you were playing on. Because early on, their AI wasn't the greatest. They tended to do a lot of showing off and all that kind of thing. Later on, it did get improved, and there's actually a lot of mods that also kind of improved on the options for them. But general idea is you had one guy that was constantly sniping, so they usually got a couple actions that they got per every turn. Like I said, it plays a lot like a board game, because it's like, here's their guaranteed actions, and then whatever else. So they re-rolled strengths and weaknesses. I should probably mention that part. If you've played like Shadow Mortar or whatever else, it's basically the Nemesis system from that. So, for example, you get a guy that's just immune to Overwatch and friggin' summons random grunts every turn or something. And so suddenly he's sending in, all these endless soldiers and whatever else until you can manage to take him out. The problem with WTC was that it had a very rigid system in order to account for this, because they didn't want people to get screwed over. So sometimes you could just predict what kind of stuff would happen. Which, it has its ups and downs. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Here, first of all, let me grenade this guy real quick. Perfect. Nice. Would be good to know what's around that corner, but I guess I don't get to know this round. So yeah, honestly, I loved it. As far as if you used all of the secondary options, I thought it was amazing. Because you could essentially double the health of everything, which, again, fixed that whole insta-kill thing. You could double timers, which, honestly, I feel like with double timers, it feels like an appropriate amount of time. And you can double literally all the timers. So, like, your Doom Clock timer, your everything timer, you have all of your customization options from the start. I guess they learned from Civ for that one, because they're just like, okay, look, here. We know people have their issues, just tweak it to how you want it, okay? So, I personally really like it with, like, double all the timers, and then with, so yeah, double health, double timers, of both kinds, and then, they added the option, an option called Grim Horizon, which basically means whenever there's an event, so every month they basically roll out of a deck of cards of like, okay, it's like, here's 3 events, you get opportunities to stop, maybe 1 or 2 of them. If you have some spies out, like, which they added a spy system to it, then you might be able to stop all of them if everything goes perfectly. But like, it's stuff like, certain types of units get 1 extra armor, or, like, there's zombies. Oh, crap, that was quite a snipe. Or, like, zombies will show up on a mission, or, whatever else. And It's cool because if you do that one, you have situations where it functionally turns off grenades. It's like my favorite one is seriously just the Lost there, because you just have a thing where if anybody ever uses a grenade, suddenly there's a swarm bopping out of nowhere to go attack them. Oh, it's so good. It just becomes this absolutely. Oh, it just becomes mayhem. I love it. I absolutely love it. See, why are we killing aliens? Can't we just have fun playing cards or something? See, it's a conspiracy of the military and industrial sell weapons to both sides. Sure, why not? Why not? Um, but yeah, like it's just it's wonderful chaos. All right, who do we still have left? Seems like these folks are still doing okay. Do we have our vent? Unknown. We might have to fight out of this. We don't have our vent, but we do have the door right there. This might be another nope, to be honest. It depends on if we can fight through these guys. If we can, we're alright. If not, then oops. Pop. Pop goes the douchebag. Alright, can you pop out of here? Need 28 to throw. So that would be a negative. I suppose the easiest way to do this is, yeah, that's a xenomorph right there. So, yeah, these two are going to continue blitzing on this way. This guy's going to come over here and be a big hero hunter. Even if we have to take out our own guy to do it. Yeah, optimal seems about there. Prevents the xenomorphs, gets rid of 2 wraiths. Takes out one of our rookies. Whoops. Alright. Put you over here, which should draw this guy's fire. There's a possibility that we'll go here, and there's just a power room right here. We'll see. There's possibilities of many things, and not a whole lot of them that we can predict right now. Anyway, so like I was saying, the issue that I had with War of the Chosen specifically was just that... Oof. Friggin' Rambo Wraith over there. So the issue that I had with it is just that the missions kind of could become not necessarily predictable, but there's certain mission types that would have appreciated more variety on. So for example, like you had the ones that were just an ambush, and it's like, okay, we already know it's going to be an ambush, and every single time like, oh god, it's an ambush. Like, yeah, no crap, you said it was an ambush when we went here. but yeah, and then you just kind of sit there and you hold out for a while, and those ones, I will say, can go either way. They can get really overwhelming, you know, even in the normal version. It depends. So it's not necessarily that the challenge wasn't there. It's just more of like, okay, there's a rescue in a sewer. That is 100% going to be an ambush every time. What I like about... okay, so Long War's whole shtick is that it has a whole lot more mission types, and they're a lot more... I would say loose is the best way to put it. They scale really hard. So, like, you just basically get a little pop-up that says, okay, you've got, like, here's an opportunity to, you know, go collect this amount of information here. And it's, like, a little bit of intelligence you can get, maybe some supplies, maybe you'll get, like, it has little things like, okay, you can get some supplies, we have some contacts here, if you have time to go find them on the map. You know, that kind of stuff. And so you'd send some people out to go sneak over to meet the contacts to go get your supplies, and then you get the thing you're supposed to capture, and then you just bail. And I really like that. It's just like a whole lot of hit and run things, or there, like, it goes up to missions where there's like 50 dudes there, and they're like, okay, here's, you know, a bunch of supplies. You can spend a few days picking off a few of them off over here. You can spend some of your information to speed that up a little bit. You can give them silencers and stuff like that so that they can do some of that before the mission even begins. But yeah. So you could not listen to your defensive OC due to work. Might go with what is better in XCOM to vanilla, but better than XCOM EU. Never. Honestly, I feel like WOTC is better than MMO then.
And for me, anyway, I just thought there's more stuff going on. I really like the spy system because I'm a real sucker for side missions. Like, same thing happens in, oh, wow. Fine, don't roll the tile you need then, sir. But yeah, I just love side missions. And the fact that you can constantly send people out on them. It's just, I've loved that mechanic every time I've ever seen it. So love that. Love the fact that you've got like, almost like a roguelike type situation going on with different enemies showing up. Like the perma bosses, like and stuff like that. Just all over the place. But yeah, like I said, the original War of the Chosen I felt was a little bit too rigid when it came to some of its mission structures, and then WOTC actually fixes that. So it has a lot more mission types, and those mission types themselves can vary a lot more. Don't eat the... Who eats the barbs? That's messed up, man. It's more or less what EW did with its covert ops. Not really. Not really at all. Because while EW did have a... Okay, Enemy Within had its whole thing of 2 whole mission types for its spy units. You either go run around, have a big old firefight while going around and pushing the buttons to turn off their guns every other turn, or you do the thing where you're just sitting and having a holdout, and you gotta sit, and then you finish everything off, and then you move to the next area, and then you park your spy next to the little beacon thing, and then they spawn in more units, and then you Overwatch trap all of them, and then you turn it off, and then you move on to the next one, and then do the same thing again, and then they spawn in your land zone, and then you do it again. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's all right. The way that the spy system works in WOTC is you basically have the 3 different factions, and you send them out on like little missions for each of them. Usually they do some stuff off in the background. Like usually it's like, okay, you can send some people out on a training exercise, and some of them get like, one of them gets 1 health, and one of them gets like +3 will or something. They just go through some training. You can give them some supplies to make sure that nobody gets injured, that kind of thing. Then you have other ones where they get ambushed in the middle of a mission, and so you basically have them running through a city to try to get out. You have other missions where you're basically doing the stuff they used to do in the old EW ones, except they're more in the standard missions, so you're not locked to a pistol for that one. But the way that it works with WOTC is that you can come in with... sucks that we didn't get the right roll again. You can basically come in with different equipment, different squads, and whatever else. I've literally had ones where I just sent one guy out to go do a smash and grab and run to the exit, and it's worked out just fine. It's just you get more information up front, and you can plan your stuff out. It's pretty cool. I'd say so far, I'm liking WOTC more than regular WOTC, and I already like WOTC. Which I will say one of the big things that helped is when they released the Legacy Pack, and it had the remix of the old XCOM music and everything. Oh, it's so good! It's like you get like 80 synth versions of all the XCOM themes, and so you're on your loadout screen, it's like do 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 do. It's awesome. See, spoiler alert: some red shirts will die. Oh man, I don't know how you possibly predicted that. I mean that was one of our most closely held secrets, as you can clearly tell. I mean, nobody expected any of that, really. Oh yeah, we can actually send 2 out at the same time. Ooh, fancy. All right. Yeah, we'll actually send 2 of them out. What a snazzy way for them to go. And in fact, I wonder if I might as well just do the C4 trick with these guys. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and transfer some grenades over here. Let's see, those snazzy mines are almost done. Gauss shotties are almost done. The grenades are done. I need crap transferred, so we go from this one. Alright, we need a transfer though, not a sell. So we got grenades. Some Triland needs like, I don't know, some of them. Have some! There we go. And then, I don't think Triland actually had those grenades, so let's try them with regulars. What can possibly go wrong? Yeah, they just got rifles and things. Come to think of it, I don't think you even need plasma nades for this. You can probably just do rocket launchers. I guess they've got some. Alright, and we are good to go. Those guys can go for the base. There we go. Get that sucker out there. And then we'll get the fort taken out at some point. Advanced, or alien photons. To be able to convince advanced studies as soon as we get some advanced weapons as loadout. Seem to differ, same convenience, alien wave technology, blah blah blah. Advanced photon. Okay, actually wait, advanced wave. That was, yeah, wave was the one that that gave us pulse, so that's probably pulse 2 then, if I were to guess. Triland got their nades. This one almost has their people. I remember to transfer those people, right? Ooh, actual UFOs happening. Okay, research core event. Yeah, send those 3 after it. Research Corvette, blah blah blah. Some small thing. Go ahead and send... Yeah, the mine in focus, probably. Nah. There we go, send those out. Cargo ship, definitely want that taken down. So 3 fighters to go deal with its first wave. Gonna send the Corsair and 2 Furies for the second. And then we'll send some more for good measure just to finish it off, if we need to. Air superiority. There we go. Send those 3 out. That should hopefully deal with them. Armored Scout. 2 hunters for that. Would love to take on another scout. Send that team out against that. Bomber battleship. Not really much I want to do with that at the moment. 14% auto-resolve. What is that? Yeah, roll it. Worth a shot. I thought it would at least take down 1. Now, if you even take down 1, it's something. The odds were good, considering they were more than 0. And actually 0 has succeeded before is the funny part. If they crit succeed, Asiriuses can actually get those down, as we learned in the last time. Alright, technically shows 0%. Can go ahead and show that as a lie. How to get good at air combat? Just do. Alright. You just basically gotta figure out their patterns, basically. Did I say basically enough? Because it's basically how it goes. Alright, so like with these ones, what I want to do is, they're both locked onto it right now. These focuses need to be locked on in order to fire. They're functionally speaking a torpedo that you ram with your face. Now we go for this, and then... There we go, he dropped it off. Now he's going to take an angle like this to go right between these 2 mines, ideally. That first focus took him down to 35. This one's going to circle around. And then we're just going to do the same thing again. And yeah, figuring out what angles you can dodge stuff from, and like the whole slowing down and speeding up mechanic. It's like right now I'm trying to speed him up a decent way. He's trying to get this one to go this way. That'll do it. So now we're going to do left dodge and bail out of here, because these mines don't disappear. You go this way. You go this way. And we're done here. Take that, 0%. Oh, yeah, and we even got the crash site, too. Okay, so we need to get the air superiority down. Oh, yeah, screw that. You're not... No. That can go ahead and land. Actually... No, we can take that one down. Something that definitely does help, though, F4A. So just you hit F4 to select all, A to turn on afterburners. Oh yeah, we just need these out of here. They're going down for no reason. Yeah, what I wanted to do was for them to get close. Usually they split up more than that. Right. So in this case, everybody just locks onto the cargo ship. Alright, let's see how many land. Almost enough, and there we go. Success. So in some cases you can take good trades like that. Like that one would have upgraded these guys to allow even more UFOs to be flying around. Right now we can kind of manage. Okay, auto-resolve. Take those 12 alloys. We get our alloys for free around here. Go ahead and take out that one. Okay, torpedo corvette. You can't show up there by 3. Your appointment was for 2 o'clock, sir. Alright. These guys are all running anti-missiles, so no problem whatsoever. And more or less, if as far as the air game goes, it's just you gotta know what everything can sort of dodge and or deal with. Like right here, technically speaking, they don't need anti-missiles against these missiles. Those are only there for stuff that happens to have swarms, since it's a safe option to have the anti-missile around. There's really no way to dodge swarms or drones or any of that. And then you just sort of figure out how much damage everything does. It can potentially do enough damage no matter what. Like everything does some sort of number. They're just a flying HP pool, essentially. It's like these ones will do 22% by the looks of it. So now we can go ahead and turn off their speed a little bit, then turn it up for them to go faster. This will bring it down to about 60. Take the shot. Okay. I was going to say, that spear is taking a little bit too long. We're about to lose our hunter. So there we go. That goes down right there. Construction cargo ship. As much as I really, really want to take that one on, I don't think we want to right now. It'll just go badly. Even if... I'm pretty sure we can get another shield variant out of it. But for now, we're trying to do it other ways. Alright. So for example, these are all pretty fast. They're basically immune to this whole outer circle. Their speed makes them mostly immune when traveling sideways against some things. So their actual... This one basically turns into a turkey shoot at that point. Put his pulses on, they're going to do that. And there we go, done deal. Surprised that you don't even get that much viewers on average, considering how much effort you put into streaming. It's a sanity project. This is my rest time during the day, to be totally honest. As much as I want to take that shuttle, it doesn't look like we're engaging in overland anytime, so we'll just go ahead and let it get shot down. But yeah, if folks enjoy it, you know, good. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Alright, so in this case, they couldn't quite finish it off because they didn't have the means to do it. But this is when you go and you cheese your anti-missiles. Because Armored Core logic. That's a sweet Corvette you had there. And then, yeah, we'll just take the low-hanging fruit of that one. We're positive 377 in Phase 4. This is why I was saying I'm fairly certain we can handle this. I'll go ahead and send... Nah, these guys aren't ready to go. We can try to send some stuff after this. Like, these bombing ones, unless they start an aerial mission, there's not too much to do there. 7 Cesians, 1 Wraith, 8 Xenomorphs. I'm thinking 2 flamethrowers, or stun rockets. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that one. Do I have the people to do it? Yes, we do. Onto the apocalypse skies. How are they still 2 wounded? How have I still not gotten these ones yet, for that matter? I was supposed to be getting a big old chunk of them, and they never showed up. How dare they? Transfer to Nerves Concord. Did I just never transfer them? Is that what it is? I mean, we can always send out a partial team, I guess. I've done that before. Alright. So, Sentinel. You're going to be getting our fancy rockets. There we are. Tool rocket. Take shield. He's all good to go. She's going to be our head flamethrower, I think. And yeah, last time I got a standing xenomorph. And I think I got one of the drones. I'm not sure, though. Alright, 2 reloads on that. Probably put this over here, carry an extra shield. Can you do that? Yes, okay. Then probably drop some medkits on you. Alright, sounds like a good deal there. Sentinel is all good. Yeah, he's been on a mission before, so we'll give him a... Nah, we'll save that Sentinel for now. He's got a smoke. Go ahead and, what do I want to give you? Probably give you a fancy boom. Everybody else probably wants stun rockets. Or at least 2 more stun rocketeers. So these go down. We'll have some grenadiers, some stun rocketeers. Alright. There we go. One here. And one big one to start off with here. Then can you carry more in your pocket? Sure can. Alright, and then for close range, we'll give you a shocknade. Alright. Another one with you. And it's a scout, so I'm hoping we'll do okay. When I was testing these scouts earlier, it was dramatically better. Even the Andron one, which I will say the Andron one was a complete crapshoot, but it could have gone really badly. Only 3 people made it out, but dude, it was surprisingly okay. Really wasn't expecting it to go that well. And then, yeah, the second one was a Cesian one, and that's where we got some of the other fancy stuff. Alright, we got those, we got shields. I feel like some of these need to be the fancy booms. Yeah, I still have a few of the fancier ones. Just for the occasional situation where they're needed. And unfortunately, shocknades are heavier, for whatever reason. Yeah, we've got 2 flamethrowers. I think we'll be okay here. It's not perfect, but it's not horrible by any means. Okay. So, let's hopefully hit this crash site before it gets dark. If it gets dark, that's when we'll have a big problem. Come And yeah, there we go. We'll be good. We got it. We got it. Hmm. Let's see. First time I've seen a non-very small craft as escorts. Oh yeah, no, you get some weird escorts going on later in the game. I think extreme supply ships are the craziest ones. Alright, we got map edge right there. Alright, that's fine. Got anything that way? Unknown so far. Let's get our shield scouts out there. The Shield Brothers. I should totally call them that. Okay. Ellingsie huge over here. So same as the shock rocket approach. Get everybody all spread out.
My crackers a mess.
Your crackers are a mess. Well, we need to get you more of those, don't we? Okay, we get you more crackers. No problem. I'll put you here. Can you nail this guy? Oh, come on. How do you hit cabbage? Alright, well, at least they'd have to run through that, even if that's a little bit of an annoying waste. Alright, then I'll put you here. And hopefully we're alright. I'd like to park this over here by these rocks. Alright, and away we go. Okay. See, the thing is, if we get them with the stun rockets, we're essentially getting 2 for every one that goes down. That red shirt fulfilled their duty. Ah, there's Fendragon. See no ammo on your guns, just treat the UFO as a missile. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But no, if you run out, again, I just consider that armor core logic. It's just you manage to trick the AI into running into missiles somehow. Alright, we've got grenades if we need to here. Do you have a rocket? No. Sentinel does, though. Yes, it's a dog pun, don't judge me. Anyway, right, make him go nappy time. Beautiful. Okay. So that is a good trade. Now we gotta deal with this guy, who is exactly somewhere. Hang on just one moment, please. No, no, no. Alright, audio's back here. No, I was busy stuffing my face. So, I don't know if y'all happen to have, Pumskis where you are, but for exactly about a week, over here where I'm from, they get super popular for some reason. And so, so yeah, they're delicious. Them suckers are good. That was Rockman, that's Bowie. I can stick to myself. I'm assuming your style is all them strategeries with all the shields and rifles and things. Seems to work alright. I prefer to make stuff go boom. See, like, here is problem. I see problem. Step 1, identify problem. Step 2, introduce problem to rocket. And there we go, problem gone! Boomskis, that sounds like an... Okay, that sounds like, yeah, some kind of diarrhea disorder. No, Pumskis, pronounced, or spelled like P-A-Z-K-I-E-Z or something. It's bizarre, but there's some kind of Polish thing, but they're freaking delicious. Oh, hello. I see your day's going well. Well, allow me to introduce you to your day going badly, sir. That was a nice existence you had there. It's gone now. And I believe that was the one that teleported out of here. So I probably won't need to nuke this guy's stables. We'll see. That might still be a thing in the cards. I don't know if that's a danger tile or not. So I want to kind of pull him back to here if it is. We'll go ahead and smoke this area just in case. Actually, let's say... move you here. There are this hereabouts. There we go. Good deal. And then, yeah, we'll probably move these two up in this general direction so that we have them available. But alright. But yeah, functionally speaking, Pumskis are kind of like the... I would just call them the standard traditional donut most European countries places seem to have. Like, for example, the Lithuanian one there. God, I can't remember the name right now. Like, I think my favorite one was the Lithuanian one. It's like this... It's like this baked dough ball thing covered in powdered sugar, and it's got some kind of syrup that, like, popcorn explodes on the inside. God, I can't remember the name of that thing. It's just a ball of absolute delicious. We'll just call it the Deliciosphere. Aw. We accidentally blew up a farmer. Because I know for sure, because everyone's morale dropped like a rock. Alright, well, time to throw away all the rocket launchers and embrace sadness for a couple turns. While we let everybody grieve. Alright, so let's throw down this rocket for Mr. Sentinel. Because we're almost certainly going to have a round of panics. Wait, what? Go here, go here, go here, go here, go here. Many such inventory. Such rocket. Wow. Alright. Okay, so we know of at least 2 Cesians that are down, leaving a maximum of 5, though there's probably less. We know their 1 Wraith is gone. We know that at least 1 of their Xenomorphs went splat. We're probably expecting a storm of Xenomorphs any second now, though. So hopefully we can deal with that to some degree of effectiveness. I don't know where this guy's shield went. Probably want to grab one. Oh well. Let's see, we have... Oh, what the hell? Fnankuchen? It's like donuts, but with holes, with marmalade inside it instead. Yeah, that's basically what Pumskis are, too. Like, it's just the Polish variant of that thing that pretty much every culture has some version of. But yeah, for whatever reason, I guess we have a bigger Polish community here or some such. But yeah, they just get really popular for a little bit. Yeah, this guy's probably going to panic. Other flamethrower is unlikely to. So I'm going to leave that situation as it is for now. Hopefully they don't panic. It's like an 80%, but you just know they're going to roll that panic, so let me just pop this here. You just know they will. They love to do that kind of crap. Now you put yours away. Everybody that's going to panic, please proceed to buckle your pants and get ready for the brown. And okay, let's go. See now, Volbeats, that's only the Danish thing that frequently comes to mind. Volbeat is a pokermans! Oh, there come all the Xenomorphs. Dang Xenosmurfs. Nice. So yeah, by the way, I mentioned this earlier, but just for those that weren't here, this is currently running an altered version of the Nerf the AI thing that Sharon or Karen put together, with the intent of kind of creating a mod that speeds up turns. So yeah, so far it seems to be working all right. Now, we noticed that there were Xenomorphs coming from here, so what we're going to do here is going to be all like, patoo. So something went boom there. I think it was a farmer, unfortunately. And then we'll pop another one right here. And then everyone's morale is unbelievably trashed right now, so that's nice. Oh, wait, is this the completely wrong location? Hell yeah, it's the completely wrong location. Well, poo. What is your throwing range, first of all? And you need 32. So if we get you to about here. For some reason, that particular tile takes you 4 to move. Don't know why. Make that happen. Cool. It goes splat. So that makes this a bit more survivable. And let's go see if there's any part of this mess. Yeah, that was completely unnecessary, wasn't it? Because okay, I was mixing up which side of the map we were on. Honest mistake, really. Plus side, we know for sure that this building's clear now. So, silver linings. We can probably go steal some shotguns now. As I will be going and collecting all them suckers, because I need them for things. Alright. Call them the Berliner. So that gives in Germany for some. Yeah, actually, my wife was really liking these things that we thought were Pumskis for a while, but they turned out to be Bismarcks. Speaking of Berlinish things. But yeah, it was like banana Bismarcks. Then, yeah, getting a hold of those things was something else. Holy crap, the right person panicked for once? What? Hi, facehugger. Bye, facehugger. Alright, there goes another one. Make problem go boom. Good job. Alright, that should lower their numbers pretty drastically right now. Yeah, I think aside from this one over here in the fire, which he's probably gone. Unless you can pull off an impressive snipe here. So you need 25 to fire. Because if we hit him, that's going to tank morale. If we de-zombie him, it'll improve it. We can maybe try to take a snipe with this. 9% chance to save him. Like, it's something. It's not the worst idea I've had, and that's a pretty high bar. So let's move you over here so we don't accidentally nuke you. Because you're going to be the backup plan. Look at that proness right there. So I'm going to get the driver of that thing a promotion. Let's go here. And yeah, I hit one of those with a stun rocket last time. If you're wondering why I didn't chuck a stun grenade at it. And just made it go boom. Not that I was really thinking about that at the time, but, you know, just for reference's sake. And we should just be able to go chuck this rocket inside of, inside the UFO and call it good, I'd assume. Unless, what am I missing here? Oh, there's one guy over there. I think that we should be safe from that for the time being. Alright. Let's see if Fnute chicken, it's a literal pancake. Berliner or something else, it's complicated. Let's see, screw work. Didn't know the Bismarcks were apart from that one military vessel. Yeah, that everybody went all XCOM on. It's funny. Somebody asked me to explain what... Okay, there was this guy that was kind of like a history nut there. That was trying to explain how this... Like, how these kinds of games in general work. I was like, you know what? That is a pretty good example of how it works. Like, here's this one giant thing. Doesn't matter how, everybody's got to try to get together to figure out how to stop it. And then you just hunt something down for ages, and then it just slowly dies in a very awkward manner. And that's basically how this whole genre works, if you think about it. Alright, so assuming the scout's going to be right there. Where's that one dude at? You're right there. You're not currently panicking. Just tell you what. Got one shot right here to make this happen. 42, huh? Alright. Let's get you all close like. Chuck this over there. Yeah. Alright, anybody else got something for that? Because I can't tell. I think he's got 2 free movement tiles here. We'll give him 1 round to move around, and then I'll see if I can hit him with the other ones, because I don't think I have a drone for Phase 4. Need to add him to the Pokedex. We have his evolved forms. And then, yeah, if he doesn't step into a lightning tile and go poof, then yeah. And we'll actually stick the high armor guy here, so he goes for him. And in fact, if we put him right here, he should probably opt to... Ah, crap. I thought that might happen. It's sometimes hard to tell what's a danger tile or not. Well, I can't grenade him anymore anyway. So hopefully he'll end up hitting one of those tiles. Alright. Alright. Let's get you over here. It's kind of out in the open, but I don't think we'll have too many issues. We're expecting a couple more xenomorphs, but that's about it. Alright, knock yourself out, come on. Okay, then, yeah. Farmer of some description is probably going to get him. Hope they didn't just mind control my flamethrower. No, they didn't. Alright, so you'll do that. You'll go on this way. Yeah, looks like we got a pretty good map here. That's a shame. And I think this time we'll go ahead and just kind of lock down the outside of it and wait. Rude. Okay. So Sentinel's the one that was carrying the medkits. So we'll go ahead and let this one fix him up. I believe this one should have a shotgun on him. Yep, there we go. Get these guns that we technically don't know exist yet. It's kind of an interesting thing. So, by the way, have you guys seen what they're planning for Xeno 2 as far as that goes? That they're actually they're doing that whole thing that as soon as you research something, it becomes standard for the rest of the world, basically. It's pretty cool. I got Ion Heavy. I think we already have one of those. Let's get the Hunter up here. Why? Why? That should be a good turn. Rude. Okay. Is that $1 million idea for Xenonauts? Negative 2 TUs for walking backwards? I want that. I mean, technically, if you walked backwards already, then... I mean, you'd already be using negative 2 TUs. Okay, mini heart attack there because I wasn't sure if it was going to be an invisible tile or... Wait a minute. Right. Okay, it's the other one here. It's the armor that has the medkits, of course. Alright. Let's run you down here. Let's get you doing that, actually. You go meet up for those medkits. Yes, we'll send the crappy shields up. Don't question my logic. Why can you not drive through this? Exactly. Is there any actual reason, or are we just being finicky? Okay. We're just being finicky. If he goes here, he might be able to bait out the grenade. Yeah. Bait it. Alright, so he baits the nade. This one goes here. A few different baits going on. As long as no one masters it, we're alright. Anywho, you go here, drop a medkit. Get ye old good boy doggo up off the ground. And yeah, they didn't take the bait. That's fine. Go over here. Come here, goodest boy doggo. Drop this on the ground. Get running. He'll be back up soon. Alright. Shotgunner can probably go ahead and drop this rocket for the doggo. Take one more step forward. You go this way. But yeah, so if I'm understanding this this particular change set right, it should be a situation where where they're getting different sight lines and things like that. I'd assume it's probably like melee enemies have a far reduced sight line or some such. But yeah. Let's take a quick peek, and then go over here. And then once we get this Humvee around, should be around here-ish. There we go. That might still be a doable shot for them. Hopefully you can survive and then just block the door, and then we can get everybody ready to go to rocketize this this part, and then they'll move on to the next part, and then everybody's all good and dandy, and we're having a good time. And then we get another scout. And then we use that scout to do stuff and things. Alright. We use it to do nefarious things to them. Alright, let's move you here. Bum rush you all in here. Bum rush you all in here. Get this one up because they did nefarious things to him too. Alright, you pick up this medkit. Put it right here. Pick up this launcher. His bird dog. He's all ready for the real estate. Nobody outside of that industry knows what the hell I'm talking about. Because for some reason, they call the scouts for that bird dogs. It's just whatever. See, it came out backwards, making it so you can use TU for walking backwards. If he goes here, he might as well bait out a grenade. That's exactly how Xenonauts needs to be played. That's the plan. You shove a red shirt over there, and they make big booms happen. To avoid the bigger booms. Gun missions are a lot more doable compared to shuttles, when you say. Yeah, see, I don't know if it was ever mentioned anywhere. The, was it mentioned, the Xenopedia or some such? Oh, you want an apple?
Apple?
Yes, ma'am. Let's get you an apple. Alright, hang on. Let me get her an apple. But yeah, the question that I had there was, like, as far as the shuttles, was it actually mentioned? Because I was under the impression that it was just, here's a smaller thing, it's really fast to catch, but you might get an easier mission out of it kind of situation. I didn't think it was like, here's your VIP limo, basically. Anyway, one sec. Alrighty, let's see. 9 shuttles. They all trip all over each other much easier. Shuttle means VIP mission for the aliens, and VIP equals lots on board. Yeah, they feel like a clown car, and I would be kind of nice to see that mentioned in the tooltip somewhere, you know? Because it does feel super weird at times. Like when you have those situations where it's like, okay, you know, they're it's like, here's this tiny little thing with 8 spaces inside of it, and here's like friggin' 20 dudes popping out with all kinds of high-value stuff, which it's cool as an idea. It's just a lot of times it does feel kind of jarring, you know, kind of the feeling it gave me was kind of like Long War 1. Like, especially some of the earlier versions of Long War 1, where it's like, you go there on this little mission there, and it's like, okay, here's friggin' 27 floaters in a you know, small UFO, and like, I don't know about this. I don't know where they all fit exactly. But anywho, definitely clown cars. Yeah, Mr. Huge, where are you going? Did he seriously just wake up and run away? Like, I guess fair. Why not? You know, whatever. It's fine. Let's reload the flamerizer. Hopefully we don't need it. Who's got a rocket here? Jan Bauer. Alright, we need a shotgunner up front. We already got that. Ryan Quinn, you just got a flamethrower. You're our plan B. We get a rocket right there. Pop it right there. Another rocket right there. Done deal. Do it. Go home. Let's see. That seems like no red shirts died. Woke up, grabbed his toothbrush, and put on a little makeup. He's afraid of walking in there and causing a little shake-up. It's just what he wanted to do. Okay, let's go here. I can never read it. Like, okay, so obviously his name's a, you know, bad dog pun. I can never read his name, though, now, without immediately hearing, what the hell's the name of that song? The one Sabaton song there, about the Battle for the Pacific and all that. Why the hell can't I remember? It's Midway, there we go. Battle of Midway, there we go, that's what it was. It's like, immediately the first thing comes to mind. It's like, I just hear that Sentinels, like the awkward pronunciation of it, every single time. Yeah, you know what? Love Sabaton's music. It's weird how same thing with Blind Guardian. Actually, it's weird how they both have this tendency to just occasionally awkwardly pronounce stuff for no reason. I think probably the best one. There's one from Blind Guardian recently. There was this big operatic piece. I think it was a continuation to At the Edge of Time. Is one of the Twilight Orchestra pieces. What the hell was it called? Point of No Return, there we go. And for whatever reason, in it, they pronounce plagues as plages. Like, you know, you've had this word, you know that's how it's not pronounced, or not how it's pronounced. But yeah. Alright. Let's see, other floaters, one instead of the hip, one for the torso, one for the headspace, one for the... Yeah, fair enough. Now get back here and put that shotgun back in your hand, sir. Man, somebody's gonna sit here with a shotgun. I don't care what it takes. Well, let's see. You gotta move. You don't. I mean, if we got 3 moves, we really might as well. Yeah, whatever. Let's do this thing. Because the Scion's probably sitting up front. I don't want him to run away. So... before he decides to become a different type of Toyota, let's do it. What? How does that work? The hell did we load into these things? Apparently the gas went so hard it blew up their friggin' generator. I think Sharon's messing with the game again. He's hacking my rockets. Alright, let them run around for a sec, put themselves unconscious, because they love to do that crap for some reason. Not that I'm gonna complain. Alright. You available for some rocketeering? Yes, you are. Let's pop you down here. Give you this thing. You step over here, go take a shield. You step over here, you step over here. Gotta appreciate the little detail that the shields specifically look like some of the default guns. Nice. Alright. So that's probably their psychic boy. Do we have one more rocket anywhere? Yeah, Jan Bauer. Right, Yan. So Yanny or Laurel. Guarantee nobody even remembers that anymore. Alright. Give it one turn, or that wasn't their scion, actually. Rude. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't want to fire a flamethrower in there, so Yan, I'm gonna need you to remove this problem for us. Okay. Sentinel goes this way. You go this way. You go to the afterlife, I suppose. That's legit surprising, actually. Hopefully he decides to run to take a better shot or something. And in fact, let's pop you in front to take the damage. Better yet, we can probably put the shield guy, huh? Okay, whatever. Full bodyguard mode. Protect the Rocketeer! He did technically something! Oh, we got one rocket left. Okay, we can go give that to somebody. Chamberlain, you've just got a grenade. Oh, you can get the shotgun. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Ah, rude. Cool. Do we win now? Okay, well, first of all, we're going to harmlessly place this Humvee on top of their bodies. You know, we've got one rocket left. We're just going to wait for this gas to dissipate, basically. Sleepy time for everyone. Yeah, I mean, we've got medkits, and we can block the door, so whatever. And then they're probably just hiding in the back there. There's repeatedly opening the door, so we drop a shield, or we pick up a shield, we have them run up. Probably Sentinel with a rocket and shield. Who's actually still up at the moment. We can have you reloading that launcher wherever you dropped it. You mean caffeine pills? Yeah, pretty much. We'll give them a double shot of espresso, get them back on their feet. That's another thing, as far as War of the Chosen and all that. It's another thing I really appreciated about that DLC, and then, like, just the stuff that came out of it in general. The fact that whenever a unit gets dazed or whatever else, you have more options depending on what their actual condition is. It's like, for example, if they're dazed, it basically means that, usually it means that a boss has put them into that status, and then you can just, like, run up and somebody just basically slaps them and they're back in the fight. So, like, for example, if they get flashbanged or something like that, you can have somebody come up and help them. If it's their friend, they can just do it instantly. If it's, like, and they can help them out of other statuses, too. It's like, if they trust the person, they'll be more willing to just kind of accept their help in that situation. It's just cool. It feels, there's a lot more, they really nailed that whole interpersonal thing, you know? I mean, it doesn't seem like much on paper, but once you start looking into the mechanics, it's pretty cool. And I'm assuming we just have one pilot or navigator or something back there. Just watch, everybody panics. He fires the stun rocket, knocks everyone out. Double espresso injection right in the veins. No! No, stop doing... No! Stop doing that! Not okay. No. No. Okay, there we go. It was doing that thing where it's stuck permanently scrolling. Alright, yeah, let's have you back a tile, have you pick up that med kit. Actually, let's have you do it because you got a free hand to do it with. That definitely doesn't need any better phrasing at all. It's a little unclear exactly who's where here, but oh friggin' well. Heal. Here, take that off. And who's ready to see some fun glitchiness? As they come back to life inside the Humvee. Whee! And a baby human is born. Except you can go back on top of them because they couldn't give them a actual like physical space when they're coming back from unconsciousness until you select them. It's just funny. Alright. So yeah, we just need to get Sentinel in there. But I want to get everybody else up. So that they get their XPs for being here. They get credits put on their employee cards. Speaking of employee type stuff, you know, after finishing and fiddling around with Outer Worlds for a while, not gonna lie, kind of getting bummed out by it. It's weird because I absolutely adored the dang thing going into it, and now went for a second run after beating it, and it's like, you know what? There's surprisingly little I haven't seen the first time through. Like, there's slightly different alterations of each different spot, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of curious. You guys ever play it yet? It's like it's really good. It's just I guess it's just weird mentally comparing it with New Vegas is the thing. Because that's the automatic comparison, and it's like it's not even apples to apples at that point. It's like hell, comparing the two, it's like comparing a friggin' creme brulee with a dollar store donut. Not like, don't get me wrong, dollar store donuts can be delicious. It's just, yeah, not as good. Not as good. What's this guy? He's an elite. We already have some of you in the Pokedex. Alright. Let's go ahead and punch this door down. Not a Bethesda-style RPG guy? Yeah, fair enough. It's not for everyone. But yeah, see, I think the funny part is it's not necessarily the game itself, because there's a lot to do there. And all, well, comparatively speaking to most, anyway. Well, that certainly occurred. Did we win? Yes. We didn't really get any research out of it, but we got some stuff. Got a Scion Master and Elites and Armored Scout Data Core, and you can see why I like these now. Another Tactical Commander, Fleet Commander. I guess we got everything we're going to get out of these ones. But, yeah, there we go. See if we can make it with a partial team. Like, it's fun because there's so many interactions there. It's just weird how much of it becomes absurdly easy once you know where, like, once you have a rough idea of how it goes. Like, basically what I was doing, because I was curious after I made it to the end game in the first one, I was like, okay, I have never even touched a lot of these skills, and I'm getting, like, final boss friggin' skill checks for free. So, this is the highest difficulty. Like, it's the one where you basically have permadeath for characters, you have all your survival crap and everything else. It's like, okay, I don't understand what's going on here, so I went through again. I was like, okay, let's see how easy this is. Like, I know there's a speed run that completes the game in like 10 minutes, but then again, most of the Fallout series had that. But I was going through, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens if I just never level a character at all. And so far, in, I don't know, like an hour last night, I got through about half the game, never even needing to level. No idea. Like, just, I don't understand what happened there. Because the whole, so many of the reviews were like, "Oh man, you really got to level your dude right." Like, no, you don't at all. So the main thing that I liked playing those games for is just like if you don't have the right stuff at the right place, the weird jacked up world states you can wind up with. See, do you really just take 7 guys? Miss that? Yeah. Can't kill you that fast. They give you less red shirts. No, I just didn't have my people hadn't arrived yet, basically. All right, it's this layout, so yeah, we can go for a rush this way. This is a regular base, so heli crew should be fine. Didn't expect these guys to make it back. They don't even the helicopter doesn't have to make it back. But it would be nice. It's like in most of these cases, the helicopter crew is just fine, since usually you can. Usually, if you're gonna make it, you can make it with 8. You're slightly more likely with 10, but no, it needed to be the other direction. Yeah, if it's a door right there, it's going to be in the opposite direction, and at this point we don't have the rush advantage anymore, so now we just go ahead and bail and reset it. But yeah, usually it's a hallway down that direction. Let's see. Master of cheese. I like cheese. It's my favorite thing to do. Like playing games in ways you're not supposed to be able to. It's always been my thing. Like, I can't even tell you how many bizarre Armored Core runs I did after the first few times of playing those games. I was like, okay, let's see if I can just beat the entire thing with anti-missiles. Why not? Which, by the way, you can get surprisingly far with just anti-missiles in AC3. Wouldn't recommend it. My god, it's tedious, but it's certainly a thing you can do. You can get surprisingly far with just a parry blade and napalm rockets. You can get, yeah. Actually, I think I posted that run. It's like once you get used to the parry blade, it's actually pretty alright. Just probably went through Last Raven a dozen or more times, just dual wielding every single weapon in the game, just for the hell of it. This one will go poorly if we try it. This is the one with the top door layout. The generator's down there, but it's not going to be... I don't like this layout. If you get the bottom door, you basically get a room for free. I'd prefer to do that, especially if we're running only 8 guys. We'll go in here. So you played through some of the original Deus Ex without ever killing or stunning enemies? Yeah, but that stuff's fun, you know? That stuff's really good to do. And when you pull it off, it feels awesome. I think that's what was bugging me about Outer Worlds there. Because you can do that, but the pacifist run is absurdly easy. It's almost insultingly easy. That's what bugged me about it. Like I said, there were certain skills I never even touched, and it's just like, oh, well, you just intimidated the last boss. Like, I've never put a single point to intimidate. What the hell? And they're like, oh, you've got a companion here. You got a perk that gives you, like, 50% companion skill bonuses, so you automatically get, like, 40 of your 100 skills from that guy. And then over here you've got this one, and then you're over here getting a boost from, like, leadership skills over here, which is then further boosted. Like, it was this bizarre thing where I think it was, like, leadership boosting the skills of the companion characters, which were then both getting a 50% bonus towards my character's skills, which then stacked on top of existing leadership skills or something. I don't know. It was weird, but almost everything was maxed out by total fluke. And it bugged me a lot more than it should have, because I got to the end and it's like there's no game left. It's just here, go push button for winning in every conversation. And there's not a single conversation that it didn't give you a speech option for. Every single one in the game, as far as I've seen anyway. Like, I love speech in every one of those games, but dude, it's a bit much. I don't know. Still really fun. Just, yeah. Dang it. Give us the right layout here. Come on, keep reloading this base. But I'm loving the turns actually go faster now. I will say whatever this mod did, or whatever this latest patch thing that Sharon was putting out did, feels great. Gotham could be cheesed all hell. There's so much fun in this game. Yeah. So a lot of games have that. And when you pull off the cheese, it's supposed to feel good. It's not supposed to feel like, oh man, anybody could just go on and pull this off with like one proper level up. Gothic, not exactly the same thing there for that, but still, you could do some really, really cool cheese in that series. Yeah, this will work. There we go. This is the same top door layout, except if you get the bottom one, you get the hallway, which means they get stuck in the hallway, which means you can leave a guy in the hallway, delaying them for a while. And as long as they're distracted, they tend to let you get away with stuff. Like, it's actually funny. I'm not sure how many folks knew that there was a Deus Ex that came out on the PS2, but I had that version. And yeah, you could pull off some hilarious cheese in that one just because they had to add extra loading screens. So you had moments where you could more or less just get enemies to stop aggroing entirely, or just ignore stealth entirely, and then just run into a loading zone. That was pretty good. For a PS2 port, it was really alright. And for some reason they subtitled it The Conspiracy. Not sure why. Yes, it's about a conspiracy. It's just weird that you'd feel the need to mention that. Oh well. Why is there civilian hell hostage in any base? That would be a chestburster. What? How? You can't teleport in fire. Yeah, this layout, no one ever makes it out, but you can usually get to it pretty easily. It's just one hallway over here, and then it connects to the power room. As far as cheese goes, I still think probably my favorite so far has been Tactics Ogre. Just because every entry in that series has such good feeling cheese. Alright. Wait, what is this? Hang on. What kind of jank crap? Also, I just noticed that that's the laser sound from Fallout. Can't believe that took me that long to notice. Alright, you panicked. It's always going to be the front ones that panicked, isn't it? Alright, this is super dire, but we still might be able to pull it off. If you do this, maybe it's through here now? If we scatter hard enough. Alright, you're going to go right here. Delay this one as much as possible. You might be able to make it to this corner here. Actually, just make it to about here. Eaten, shot. Maybe these three get through some. It's probably a wash. Whatever, worth a try. Remember, there was a castle ruin where you needed to transform to a small animal to get in. A friend of mine jumped against the repelling magic border and flew in there. Was killing himself. Then the dialogue after that. Good idea with a magic scroll. Shake person face agree you. Yeah, it's possible. Everything's possible at this point. But no, so okay. How many folks here played Link's Awakening when they were kids? Wait, what the F was that? You mean the blood grenade? Noise. Yeah, this just became completely impossible. Even on he just knocked himself out. Even in the best case scenario, this is impossible right now. Just because he blocked off that hallway. Oh, and if you mean that loud noise, yeah, xenomorphs. But yeah, did anybody else cheese the eighth level before the 7th one? Because I got to the 7th one, figured I was missing something, couldn't figure it out, made it all the way to the 8th one, was like, there's a fire thing. Wonder how I get past this. Well, I guess there's that one item that lets you come back to life. So I went ahead and did that, and if you faceplant your way with enough health, you can basically faceplant your way through that entire thing, come back to life, and then barely survive on the opposite side. You're supposed to have a shield that blocks it, but I was like, oh man, this must be the puzzle piece to go fix that, And yeah, sure enough, found out that a lot of people apparently did that. Because I remember sitting there at daycare. Well, I mean, it was less daycare, more that room at the gym where freaking soccer moms drop off their kids. But all right, got a sweet pretty penny there. Yeah, failed was like 2 Terra missions. Abandoned most of the missions. Still did pretty alright money wise. Only 2 regions were mildly unhappy. Everybody else blew that away in terms of positives. So as long as we're doing cash only approaches here, we're alright. So let me make that. Do I want to make the Gauss 3? If I have anything left over after the Mag Mini, like these 2 right here are going to be key. Because I want 2 SMGs. I want the big fancy rockets. I want I'll go ahead and finish these. I want flamethrowers, and I want at least 1 shotgun. I forget if I mentioned that one. Right, let's get these off the ship. So these guys have been through a mission. They get to earn a name now. Right. This is the one that's on fire. Basically a walking wall, and looks like a librarian, so they're named after the Library of Alexandria. Got this guy. It'll be... There we go. Faceless Screech. Yanbauer, the Rocketeer that knocked everybody unconscious. So I'm going to play 2 of the games from NES. Remember the cartridges were gold? Yeah, they had some real cool cartridges, though. I really like the Oracle of Ages and Seasons one, where they had the transparent ones that were kind of different colored and everything. I loved when they used to do that kind of stuff. You really don't see that as much anymore. It's kind of a bummer. There we go. There we go. You're not a Sven Dragon anymore. You're a Sven Man, and perfect. This guy is just now man huge. Who else is here right now?
Don't watch your TV when you mess.
What's wrong?
Don't go and turn it on.
I'm going to turn it on.
Yes.
Okay, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Please.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do that for please. One moment. Here we go, and let's see, Angela says red shirt. Yep, get the fancy name, so now you get to survive by not going on a mission. Whoa, hang on, one sec. Alright, let's see. You're actually black, you have been chroma keyed into being white. How would you know? I stopped doing that video thing ages ago. Mostly because it just kept making me worry every single time, like, oh man, this, like, one of the kiddos is gonna go run onto the camera, and then I gotta go edit it out, because I don't want that. It's like, I don't know, obviously this is more of, like, when you become a parent kind of thing, but that whole idea just freaks me out, that just, like, you know, have some random situation like that occur, and it's just like, you don't want that, you know? Alright, let's go ahead and get all these peoples in here. It's mostly full. It's like 90% full. It's full enough to count. And then we'll... Unfortunately, we can't advance order our next batch of rookies, but whatever. It's fine. Should probably make more plasminades, though. We're burning through them things like crazy. Alright. Put all these people on there. Huh? Albinated? Oh, that's... Okay, sorry. I'm brain dead apparently today. What's wrong? What's wrong with it? You want Dalmatians? Nah, we're already watching Paw Patrol, though. No, we're not doing Dalmatians. You already had Dalmatians and you turned them off, remember? Yeah. Ooh, look, they finished the thingy. So they finished that. Get more people on this, probably. Crucial brick on the path towards advanced electron. But we don't even have... Okay, advanced pulse. There we go. We're getting new laser fancy guns, but that's going to be our phase 3 stuff, right? My son in the like next room over. That's going to be the thing, right? No! Yeah, the few times I've actually tried pulse, it's been pretty alright. Surprisingly, the like terror dogs and stuff like that, the pistols can tear through them. So I'd imagine the pulse ones are pretty great. The shotguns are awesome. They're like fireworks. They'll go pew 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 pew, and they just make like a bunch of little mini explosions all over the place. They remind me of Aww, the game go crash. Alright, whatever. We'll just call it there for now then, because I'd have to redo all that stuff anyway. Okay, well, you guys have a good one then. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Have a good time at school.